Welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your humble game master, Tom, and this is Adventure 28. He says confidently, yes, Adventure 28. We're excited to have you here. We are coming to you live on twitch.tv/IngloriousBards every week on Tuesday, 7 p.m. With our wacky, crazy, zany, dramatic, heartfelt, emotional, touching adventures. We are also available on every podcast platform in the known universe and on YouTube. You can catch the video after the fact if you can't make the live show. I'd also like to make a patron shout out to Peter Polion. Thank you for supporting the show, Peter. And if you want to be a superstar like Peter, check out patreon.com/IngloriousBards. Get access to our after show, character sheets, character maps, and a whole bunch of other great stuff. All right, without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last adventure from Jeremy.
All right, so the defenders went back aboard the Tainted Waters, following in Captain Mad Eye's way to sail to Port Rising up in the Thousand Isles. On the way up, though, however, the ship encountered another ship that was out on there, the Horned Maiden. Mad Eye feigned that the Maiden was like a treacherous enemy and looked like he was going to ram into the ship, screaming curses back and forth with the other captain, who we found out was Captain Faraway. Turns out they ended up being bosom buddies, and were grateful to see each other and swap stories and gamble over some dice, which they invited the rest of us to join, and most of us did. Palik walked away with a giant handful of gold because she cheated Sildren out of it, and they've still got that to deal with in the future. While we came back, though, we down in the hold, there was a conversation about where to head next, and on our way, we got information from the Captain Faraway that the Naper's Wake, which was the King's ambassador ship that we were trying to go locate, was seen in Mandolin Bay recently. Also seen like it was under attack because Captain Faraway's ship, the Horned Maiden, was also attacked by a ship called the Night Skull. Helmed by the unkillable Captain Jagged. So that seemed like something that was important to go talk about. While the discussion was happening, however, a clock face, like a floating clock, appeared in the bottom of the ship. And when Zanner touched it, because Zanner touches things, it turned into a portal that a young girl flew out of, looking apparently for Zanner. She indicated that he was the famed wizard of the chain mastery, and that he was the only one that could stop them, the forces, from coming into Varennes. On cue, one of them came through the portal after her with a gold dragon. A gold mechanical dragon and some armored scout on top of him caused a huge fight that Palik did fast work of both of them on, slaying everything that was there, while the rest of us were just trying to fight it all off. Finally, Palik read the letter that the girl gave to Zanner, talking about crazy ill-fated futures and ways of preventing all the bad things from happening. And 2 days later, the Tainted Waters arrived at Mandolin Bay. We saw two ships in there, the Sleek Star and the Naper's Wake, both seemingly destroyed. One of them was capsized, which we went and investigated. It was the Naper's Wake. We found out that there were several crew members that were dead on there. And as we were headed back towards our dinghy to get back into the Tainted Waters, a giant pink tentacle reached up out of the water and destroyed our getaway boats, and then started to attack us. And that's where we left off. So without further ado, let the massacre begin!
Our heroes have sailed their ship into Mandolin Bay, a safe harbor from storms that some ships will take harbor in. And there, several of those ships, rumor has it, were attacked by the nasty undead pirate Captain Jagged aboard the Night Skull. You have arrived in Mandolin Bay with no sign of any nefarious beings. The sky is blue and clear. The air is warm. You're in this bay with some palm trees swaying in the wind, and your ship has anchored, and you have taken a small rowboat out to one of two vessels. You have the vessel you've originally come out to investigate, the Naper's Wake, which is upside down and floating. The bottom of its hull is visible. But you went to the other ship, which is known as the Sleek Star. That ship you explored, found some dead corpses, and on your way to leave this vessel, you were attacked. Your rowboat was splintered by two tentacles that just crushed it as though it were toothpicks. And then poor Sildren, the healer, was stabbed badly by some crazy tentacles and badly wounded him. Sildren, how many hit points do you have left?
12.
What?
12 massive hit points.
12. So what we have now is most of the group out. Only Master Yaru is in the doorway of the hold. Everyone else is out on the deck. On the, what would that be? The starboard side, the right side, are two tentacles that have risen up. These are purplish tentacles that are with the suckers on them. They look nasty. On the port side are more tentacles and also a rising head, almost like a flat head of this purplish creature. I'm thinking much like the Watcher outside the door to Moria in shape and design, except this sucker is purplish, raised up, has a nasty beak thing, and has multiple eyes, and is just hissing and a little bit shrieking as it comes out, and it starts flailing out more tentacles, and we have initiative, everybody.
Ooh.
Percy, you got anything going on?
After you, tentacle thing!
All right.
That's not okay!
And he was last anyways. That's perfect. Perfect value. And right off the bat is Master Yaru. And before you go, Master Yaru, because I mentioned you're just inside the doorway down to the hold that you were just exploring, can you make a perception roll for me?
I can indeed make such a roll. Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. 31.
31. You hear some sort of rustling movement sound back down in the ship.
Okay, and I'm like in the doorway, but not fully.
Yeah, you're like you've got the door edge in your hands. You're just about to step out to get into this battle, and then you stop and you hear some sound, but you also hear your friend shrieking out and Sildren bleeding. You hear the sound of Sildren bleeding.
Is it raining?
Yaru will. So his cat-like paws, his cat paws grip the door frame, and it like breaks and gives a little bit to the sheer terror that he's holding on to. He doesn't want to fall into the water, so he was going to go into the ship and just kind of loot anyway. So turning around and panicking. Somebody help Zildjian! I heard something down here. Someone come with me. And I'll race down there to investigate further.
All right, make another perception roll. Add +2 for your really good roll last time as well.
All right. +2 for this roll. Ooh, not as good, but a total of 20.
You move and you start running down. You start listening. You can hear some more movement, like wood is being pushed or creaked. You then hang a left. You duck underneath some hammocks, and it's dark, but you've got some sort of low light vision, I believe, right?
I do, yes.
And you can see, see through some damaged cracks that are in the side of the ship. You can see whipping movement of more tendrils. You hear cries of pain from, I don't know, Palix or Brenros. Zanner. We'll see what happens in just a little bit. But you do hear that. And you run and you come to where you think the sound is, but you can't find anything quite yet. Next up is Sildren.
It just changed.
That would be good for me.
Well, that came with a question mark. I don't know if it's.
It just put me like below
Sildren?
Palik for some reason.
All right.
I thought I was
fix that.
first.
There you go. Sildren.
How close am I to the where Master Yaru went into the doorway?
You're 10 feet away. You can get inside the ship.
Okay, so I will enter into the hold of the ship and then cast my strongest heal. I will cast a level 4 heal upon myself.
Nice.
And heal myself for 43 points of damage.
There you go.
Still leaving myself 77 minus 44. Whatever the hell that is.
Huge. Your wounds bind up and seal with your natural magic. And you still have, that takes 2 actions, right?
Yeah, so I jumped into the hold, which was 1, and then yeah. And then Yathane is she able to fly by and attack?
Sure, if she has an action.
Yeah, she does.
Yathane swoops down. From the crow's nest comes Yathane.
She will attack with Jaws. And that's a 36 to hit.
And she claws at one of these tentacles and does damage. What's the damage?
The damage will be 14 piercing damage with her jaws, and she ends up far out on the other, kind of out in the ocean, I suppose.
Just swooping around.
Yeah.
14, got it. Okay, it is the creature's turn.
Real quick, Tom.
Yes.
Palik and Yaru need to get swapped on the initiative.
I messed it up again. Sorry, here we go. There we go. There we go. All right. The creature goes next, and it lashes out at Zanner, wandering too close to the edge, with a, let's say, a single. Well, let me double check. Is it going to do a single? It's going to do a single strike.
That's not so
with
bad.
its tentacle, and a 31 to hit.
That's bad. That's a hit.
It does 18 points of bludgeoning damage as it smashes into you, and I think I'm going to have it do one more thing.
No, you said just one.
No. Why do one when you can do 2? Where's it at? Grab is an option. Requires 1 action. If its last success was a strike, it grabs, and you are now grabbed.
It's gonna try to eat me.
And it has you grab for 1 turn, like lifts you off the ground just a couple feet. You're squirming, and it has you grabbed until its next turn. So you cannot physically move. Your hands, though, are still free currently. That was its second action. For its last action,
it bind my hands?
It goes nuts, and not on you, Zanner. It goes nuts on another really small person in your group, Piercy von Skeetenlever. And it lashes out with 2 tentacles, but stabbing with weird growth pointy bits at the end, stabbing at poor Piercy. Here it comes, Piercy. That is a 41 to hit.
Oh, golly.
And a 34 to hit.
K?
Critical?
Just K?
Both are. Well, the first one's critical.
First one's critical. All right.
Yeah.
First one's critical. You've been hit for 49 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
What?
Oh.
He had 45 left. And then you are hit so that takes you to dying 1. You then hit a second time and dropped to dying. No, shoot.
But
You were just dropped by a critical. So if you get dropped by a critical, that takes you to dying 2 right off the bat, and then it stabbed you a second time, which takes you to dying 3. Holy freaking moly.
Oh my God.
Hey, Tim, have we been here before?
I'll just get back up and stab him.
Next up is Zanner, lifted off the ground.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm off the ground, but my hands are free, right?
Yeah, and you see Piercy drop and get spun and slid across the slick deck like shuffleboard on a cruise ship.
Oh my gosh! Okay. I'm gonna do burning hands. I'm burning hands.
All right.
Are you gonna catch yourself in the crossfire here?
I don't know. So let me. I can't see where he is or how grabbed I am, but is there a way that I can like go all the way up the tentacle and maybe close? Like, how far can I get?
Yeah, you can get him. The problem is, you're right at this very second, your back is to it, and you're trying to figure it out, and then you just do like this cross thing and point behind you, and you can blast away. So it makes a reflex save to essentially move you out of the way to prevent some damage. Its reflex save is a 30.
Okay, so he will take half of the damage.
Half damage. Flames erupt and sizzle, making a nice calamari.
So that's 37 flame damage, and half of that is 18.
This was a huge level 4. You can now do burning hands up to level 4.
Yes.
Nice.
Which burns up one of my level 4s, but
18 points of damage, sizzles the heck out of it. You have one action left.
Can I try to free myself?
Sure can. Make an escape action. That is going to be athletics.
So many athletics.
Or acrobatics, your choice.
I will try to be nimble and acrobatic. Hikija! 19.
19 is a fail. You are held tight. Palik.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to this tentacle that has Zanner, and I'm gonna slash at it with my dagger.
Okay, you don't have to run up. It's right there. So
Right
that's
there? Okay.
first action is a slash.
For a 33.
33 is a hit.
For 10 points of damage.
10 points.
And then I'm gonna follow that up with an attack with my rapier. For a 23.
23 just hits the hide.
And then I will attack again.
Hide. Good luck. Attack, attack, attack.
For another miss.
Oh!
16, you cut off a little bit of Xander boot. But Sir Brenros, what do you got?
Who's near me and what's around me?
You're in the middle of this boat. To your right is the Zanner and Piercy situation. To your left is the head on the other side of the boat.
The left is the head.
Get Piercy!
I've got to. Brenros runs for Zanner, who appears to be caught up in this thing, and will give a slice. So moving towards him,
Okay.
and then giving a slice to the tentacle that is holding him.
Maybe
Go for
get in the opposite side of Palik. She's right there as well.
That makes sense.
If possible, yeah,
Totally.
I can do that. So I will take up flanking then and strike. Here we go.
Oh man!
Terrible roll.
A terrible roll. I
22.
think with that roll of a 3, I am going to burn a hero point here. So just want to get some goodness flowing.
Stop missing!
And taking that strike again.
Oh!
Jeez, rolled again. Same roll.
Same roll.
So I'm assuming that does not make any kind of contact.
That is a miss. You have one action left.
I am adjacent to Zanner and Piercy.
Correct.
Am I on that? Okay. I will raise shield and attempt to protect the both of them with whatever's going on here.
You hear a mousy whimper of displeasure. All right, you raise your shield.
I thought this thing was going last, by the way, with Piercy's bon mot, or not bon mot, but his
Nope.
He
After
goes
you.
last.
Piercy goes last.
Piercy goes last.
And dies.
But he has panache in doing so.
Right. And
Well,
Piercy, have you lost the panache due to going unconscious? Is that the ruling with your? Can you look at your abilities?
I will see.
That would help out. First up is Master Yaru, bravely not helping the group in any way up above. You are down in the hole while you can feel blood dripping down from the planks up above. It tastes rather ratty, and
I can just hear screaming. Let's try to eat me.
where's Yaru? Why did he leave us?
Trying to get away from Sildren, damn it. So I don't see anything as of yet, is what you said?
Correct.
I just know.
You know it's close. The source of the sound is close.
I feel a heavy hand hit my shoulder as Sildren approaches from the rear.
Oh no, I'm not that far in, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're deeper in.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Oh, cool.
No, I didn't abandon the party.
Oh, cool. Good. Wow, I was gonna heal you, so fuck you. You're about to get battle medicine. Instead, I will continue my search for the lurkers beneath.
All right, you look around and you see hiding in some small little storage area in the darkness is a bedraggled man wearing crude sailor's cloths. He looks wounded, he looks desperate, and you kind of see his eyes. He sees you, see him, and he charges at you and runs past you and is running to get out onto the deck.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, okay, that's great. If it's not danger, then I will turn around and go back towards the surface.
All right, you run back up and you are back on top of the deck at the end of your turn, and you have chased past this guy. Sildren, you just hear this, as this crazed guy comes running by you, and he runs out on the deck and looks around and goes, ah! As tentacles and mice and gnomes are being tossed and torn asunder. And then right beside you is Master Yaru, who just kind of nods and hands you a Mentos. And it is your turn, Sildren. And Yaru, you're right at that door for your next round.
Cool.
So I imagine the body of this creature is sort of away from the rest of the, like not in melee range of the rest of the party, right? Is that
It is 10 feet away on the port side, the left side.
Okay. So Sildren sort of half stumbles out of the hold, popping off the cap of a spell scroll, and unfurls that, utters a few arcane words, and casts Fireball.
Casting Fireball.
Yeah, I have kept a scroll of Fireball since really
you've had that
a
forever.
while ago, probably, I'd guess 15 or so episodes at least.
Spend an action to check the expiration date on that.
Yeah. And having never cast one before, I don't know how it works. So
What's happening? It's very uncontrolled. You do not control the fireball. The fireball controls you.
tell me what happens with the fireball, Zanner.
It's a Russian fireball.
Yeah, so in so doing, when you cast a fireball out, you know what, I can just read it for you so you understand the glory that is about to happen. A roaring blast of fire appears at a spot that you designate up to 500 feet away and deals damage if they do fail their reflex throw. If they make it, it deals only half of the damage, which is 6d6.
So it's gonna pop into existence behind this creature, so that it,
In the water?
kind of just above the water.
Right.
Yeah, it creates hopefully a huge gout of melt, evaporate some of the water.
All right, there's a big boom and fire goes flaming in every direction. It makes a saving throw of 34.
34 is a success.
Just a success.
Yes, because 20. It needed a 27 or better on my DC. So.
For instance, yeah. Okay, great. Let's do that. It succeeds, so it takes half damage. Go ahead and roll 66. It will take half of that.
You do 6 of these. There's what was the way to do that?
Left click and then right click.
Left click on it, then right click
Got
to
it.
add more. Whoa,
All right.
big roll.
Nice.
Yeah, so it takes, I guess, 15. Is it rounded up or rounded down?
Round
Write
down.
it down.
All right, 14.
14. Done. Took an action to draw and 2 to cast. And is Yathane doing anything?
Yes, she is. She is going to fly by again. All right, and attacking with jaws. Natural
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
She kills it and Percy comes back to life.
For 2 seconds.
And she will do 23 piercing damage.
Your Raven did more damage than your Fireball.
That's my life. That's my life right there.
I'm all right with that.
That's awesome. I have a question, though. A tentacle reaches out to grab at Yathane. Does her flyby negate any reactions? Can you check that ability?
An opportunity attack would still be appropriate.
All right,
But it would have to have an attack of opportunity and a reaction to burn.
And it does, and it does. And it grabs out for Yathane with a 41.
Oh yeah, this is not going. This is That's sure. That's a critical.
Critical. Oops, hold on. Let's not take that. Let me do a shift click for that damage. 45 points of bludgeoning damage to poor Yathane.
Okay. She definitely felt that. She has 40 hit points left though, so she.
All right. Piercy, your turn has come. Your turn is over. You need to make a very important dying roll. No one has stabilized you in this time. You're dying level 3, so you need to make a flat 13 or higher or gain another dying level.
We believe in you.
Jeez.
13.
3 is popular.
Oh, you don't add anything.
Can I use a hero point on it?
Sure.
Yeah, you rolled a 3.
All right.
Come on,
Hero
baby.
Points.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
saw that one tick over.
I know.
was
Do
like,
you realize if you rolled a 1, you're dead?
I would have been dead.
Yeah.
Because that's a double fail. All right, with a 19, your dying level is dropped to 2. To 2.
Oh.
You're still dying, you're bleeding out, but it's a little less perilous.
I have a little less blood to bleed out with, so
Yeah,
Bleeding
you're
less.
clotting.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
clotting.
That's an
Most of the
action.
blood's already gone, so
Yeah.
pretty soon.
You're just you're slurping it back up in your cheek pouches and holding onto it.
The head pressure from the pool of blood in my body is reduced as the level drops.
It is the creature's turn, and it stabs with its one of its calcified tentacles at Sir Brenros with his shield up. Let's see what happens. Sir Brenros, that is only a 43 to hit.
A 43 is a critical on Brunrose.
All right. The
Good.
second one is a 27 to hit.
That will glance off his shield.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was off by 10. It's a 37.
What are you doing? That's rude.
Sorry.
That is
That's a hit.
that is a standard hit.
All right. The regular hit does 20 points of piercing damage. The critical hit does 34 points of piercing damage.
Okay, hold on 1 second, please.
And it's not done with you yet, sir.
All right.
My God, why?
Taking the 27 and holding on to that bit of math. Brenros will block with the shield and the critical. That will remove 15 points off the 37,
Nice.
leaving 12. So that should be 29 in total damage. Split with the shield will be 15 to Brenros and 14 to the shield.
That's great.
So I will take 15 points of damage.
The shield of Solene glows golden for a moment as it absorbs a big hefty portion of that damage. However, you are hit. The tentacle does get through, pierce through your armor, and it gets you like almost above the armpit. And then you see this weird, nasty anime bulbous motion going through the tentacle as it forces water painfully and violently through the tentacle, through the calcified piercing, and into your body.
Oh no!
You need to make a reflex save of 30 to snatch that out of you as fast as you can.
All right, reflex save of 30. Ooh. With an 18, I will not succeed.
All right, with a critical failure, the creature shoots water through its tentacle into Sir Brenros, dealing 4d6 plus 10. 27 points of bludgeoning damage that your shield cannot help with.
Okay.
And then it makes you sickened 2 as your internal organs fill with water.
Yikes.
Yikes.
All right.
Sickened 2 is pretty much 2 off of every single thing you have, every attack roll, I think even armor class. You can get rid of this sickened by spending an action for each sickened point you want to put your finger down your throat and puke up some of this water.
Fantastic.
That is an option. Whoosh. Next up is Zanner.
Xander's still grabbed, right? No one was
Yes.
able to poke it?
Okay. Hold on. No, I stand corrected. It is not your turn yet. That was only 2 of the creature's actions. It still has another action.
I gave you a bad reminder.
In the words of Doctor Who, I'm so sorry. It then blasts from a ventral tube water from its head across the deck at Sir Brenros. And
Jesus.
Sir Brenros, you are attacked. It already attacked twice, so that is a 25 to hit.
That will glance and spray delightfully off the shield.
Oh, because you hunkered down, it hits the shield, and you felt pressure, and it was about to knock you off the edge and over the railing with that leg. And then I just need to double check one little thing real fast. Automatically grabs, creatures grabbed, extends duration, grab creature. The creature drops you because it focused on Brenros. Zanner, you hit the ground just fine, land on your feet gently. Actually, it's a little squishy. There's some soft little mousy texture underneath your feet.
Oh my God! Sorry.
It's a little
I'm sorry,
tacky.
As he's right on top, Xander will reach his hand down and cast Stabilize onto Piercy.
Cool. I always forget you have that.
Is that automatic?
Yes.
Yep.
Ha!
Piercy, you are stabilized. You lose all your dying levels. You gain wounded level 1. You are not conscious, but you are no longer dying. You need positive healing hit points to get back to conscious, but you're no longer dying. Zanner.
I'll take that.
With his last action, Xander will reach his other hand out and do an elemental toss at the tentacle of the creature right above him.
Okay.
Hey, Giga! For 22.
22. Nope. No good. Halik. Untouched, unscathed.
Yep. Let's not spread that rumor around.
The creature looks around. What?
Yeah. She's going to attack with her rapier. Oh.
Nice.
And I'm gonna use guiding luck. My
What'd you roll?
luck. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
To re-roll that.
Come on,
Jesus.
Oh my God. Another
natural 1.
So, but he can still use a hero point because he hasn't yet.
What is your ability read?
And that's
Your luck guides you. It's just you can use it once per day when you fail a perception check or an attack roll.
Doesn't say you have to take the second roll.
Nope.
Okay, then you may use a hero point.
2 hero points. Sildren will
points
give
with
you
our house
one of
rule.
his.
2 hero points.
Thank you.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
see if this happens 3 times in a row. A 34.
Another 34. You've turned that around into a hit on the creature.
Yeah,
And
there we
you
go.
get your cool precision damage on it.
Yep. That's some shit. 21 points of damage. 3 of that is electrical, if that matters.
Okay, got it. You dig your rapier, you pierce your rapier in, and it goes maybe even through 2 different tentacles, and you do extra damage, and blood comes spurting out. What else you got?
I'm going to attack again. With a 30, total of 30.
30. You pierce again, but miss.
I'll try again, see what happens. Yeah, and miss a third.
Pierce, and miss. Sir Brenros.
So Brenro spends an action and crams his divine fist into his throat and heaves forward a blast of mighty salty water.
You're puking?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
All
I just
right.
wanted to make sure I got it.
Let's see. You spend a single action retching to recover. Make a fortitude save to make this successful. It's not guaranteed.
That is a 23.
You have failed. You can continue.
failed.
You can try again.
Dang.
And that's even those saves would be -2. Wouldn't that be the case?
Yes.
That would. Okay, so that'd be even lower than that. All right, so I will strike out at the tentacle that is nearby
All right. You're sickened, so keep that in mind. You're -2.
for a 28, unless I'm flanking someone.
I think
You
it's.
are.
I think the system is tracking it. You have it in there, and it says effects. I think it's somehow tracking it. Let's see.
I'm
18.
flanking? That's weird.
Is it? Wait. What is your? You just did an attack?
I did, yes.
Maybe it's not. What's your attack roll?
The roll is 30. -2 is 28, but it would go
what's your-
back to 30 if I'm flanking.
No. I'm looking at your
There's a
longsword
-1
striking.
listed in the effects
Yeah.
there.
It's doing something weird. Your longsword of striking is a +19, so it did take away 1. I think it's because it's a duplicate. So hold on, let me see if I can fix this. I think the system can do this, is what I'm saying. So if we go here and we delete this duplicate, we're gonna keep that roll. That roll is a miss.
It is a miss. Okay, to 30.
And now, see if I can get that to take. Now go ahead and just for funsies, make another attack roll.
Just for funsies, this is a. Well, that was a. Yeah, that's.
Just make a primary attack roll. Just want to check something out with the system.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay. So it does do it for you. So what you guys need to do in Fantasy Grounds is not stack your conditions. Like for some reason, Zanner has dying 1, dying 2, and I don't know why.
I do?
How do you not stack them? Because I haven't ever been able to figure out how to do a 1 and not a 2.
So can you add a condition to your character and then click that number to the right of it, delete the number 1 and replace it with a number 2?
I'm unable.
Yeah, I can't edit the number either.
You cannot edit the number?
No,
Okay.
it's just like a regular image.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can change that for you guys.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, Brenros, I think you had an action left.
I have an action left, and that will be to bring up my shield.
All right, shield comes up. We are done here, done here. Master Yaru in the doorway, chaos raining everywhere, bloody tentacles, screeching creature. What do you want to do?
Is anyone currently grabbed by a tentacle?
No.
Okay.
Sildren pulls an alien's. Oh shit! What was the bad guy's name? Where he let.
I'm ready.
He like
Really
basically
well.
pushes like he's like Yaru, get in there, and then he like hides.
Burke.
Burke.
Carter Burke.
Carter Burke.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Can you hear yourself, Sildren?
I am fine.
All right. I will rush into battle and I will attack the first tentacle that I see.
All right, as you rush in, that tentacle attacks you with an attack of opportunity. As you go by, there's
already
so
used it
many of
against
them.
Yathane.
Did it
Yep.
on your turn? No, you went and then it went, so that refreshed it.
Oh, okay.
It gets an attack on you.
That's good for Yathane.
A tentacle gets one?
28 against Master Yaru.
Oh, that's 1 above my AC. That does hit.
You are hit for 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Slap! You are bitch slapped hard.
Cross the
Okay.
deck.
You have 2 actions remaining though, and you are next to several of these tentacles.
All right, I'm gonna do a flurry of blows on one of them.
I'm gonna rub my cheek and frown and go back
Yeah.
down below deck.
I don't like
Care for
this.
Yaru came to fight!
Come in with a 37 and a 27.
All
There
right,
you
27's a miss, but a 37 is a hit.
Okay, this creature has to make a fortitude saving throw against my AC.
28.
Okay. Oh, it's just made it.
Again,
Just
right
made
above.
it.
Just right above.
Just made it. That's okay. But I do connect one, you say. So I shall do this.
Nice.
22 points of damage. to the first.
22. You're just doing like some sort of Chinese martial arts wooden, the wooden little statue thing that they practice again. You're doing that with all these tentacles that are coming from all these different directions. But you dish out some nice damage and you punch one and I don't know, there aren't bones in there, but you just do this terrible little crunching, ripping sound and that tentacle goes away. And you have one action left.
Deboning it.
And I'm going to, I'll just attack the third, use my last action.
To attack?
It again. Yes.
Random crate. You
Natural
need a critical.
20.
And he got a critical.
Yeah, there you go.
They
Nice.
said it and it
Nice.
happened. Shift click, baby.
Master Yaru.
37 points of damage. It is slowed one, and it takes fire damage. How many points of fire damage?
Persistent fire.
Persistent fire. Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right, so fire, I believe it's 1d10, and it's slowed one for a turn, and it made that fortitude save very easily, by the way. Wow, what a finishing blow, and the creature
awesome.
shrieks, and it starts to withdraw its tentacles, but its head is still 10 feet away off the left side. Its tentacles disappear into the water.
Okay,
Silver.
and before my turn ends really quick, I'll just yell out to Zanner, Zanner, we need lightning! Use it! Next.
Okay.
Sildred.
Sildren does two things. He basically taps his vital beacon for himself.
So you're touching yourself.
In
you
front
know
of
it.
everybody.
You know it.
Is that why you pushed me out of the room? So
Yep, for a lowly 13 hit points damage, but then that takes a single action, and for 2 actions, I will cast my level 3 heal on Piercy, yes.
Tim's like,
Meeny, meeny, miny.
Can I join?
For 36 hit points of
I'll
damage.
take it. So then,
Actually, I'm sorry, 37, because the staff, he +1s to everything, so Sildren healed 14 to himself, leaving him with only 19 wounds.
nice.
all right, I'm only at 77 wounds.
Hey, ready?
Piercy, you blink conscious. You are lying on the deck. The tentacles are all gone, but you can see the head of this because the whole ground vessel you're on is listed to the side, and that head is just up there shrieking. What would you like to do, Piercy?
How far away is the head?
It is 10 feet off the port side, so about 30 feet away.
Okay. Also, I Google does not say anything about losing panache when I go unconscious.
Why was it Google?
It's neither does Pathfinder.
I'm going to Piercy. I'm going to abilities. This is called panache. Size strike cause you to deal. Can only be used panache and cause you to lose panache.
What?
Tumble through the precise strike cause you to take extra panache. Powerful finish. I don't.
It's only a finisher that causes me to lose panache.
I don't see anything that says otherwise. Let's say you have it. You wake
right.
up with a swarthy little grin, and you
This is my plan.
you cannot maintain your panache at all, Tim, when you're unconscious, unless you say something interesting upon waking up.
Oh, I had the most amazing dream that we. Oh shit! It's still here.
2 actions. Oh, you have 3 actions. Prone. What do you want to do?
I kip up for free,
Oh, sweet.
That's
Yeah.
right.
and then I like
There's a little breakdancer twirl.
I zip and flip and twirl and dance straight up to the head of this thing.
You run across the deck, slicking your own blood, jump onto the railing, and have to leap 10 feet across the water at the creature. Make an acrobatics roll of just a 23 or higher, and you're fine.
And while that's happening, I forgot Yathane. She still has to go.
All right.
So 39.
39. You land exactly wherever you would like to on this creature. Where do you want to land?
Oh, I'm gonna land on top of his head.
You land on top of his head in such a smooth motion and acrobatically flip as you do it. You get a +2 to whatever you do next.
And as I'm landing, I'm doing one of those, like, I've got my sword, like, aimed face down
All right.
so that it's going to drive into him as I land.
All right, you get a +2. It's still hard to hit.
So that's, and I'm going to use a finisher. So 29, 30, 31.
31 is a hit.
Yes!
You needed every bit of that.
Dead. All right, so that's
Oh my god.
That's a lot of dice.
4 points of damage.
4 6s rolled.
Nice.
34.
Uh-huh.
The little mouse wakes up, leaps, stabs, and you may take it down.
Yeah.
What a way to join the battle.
I land, and as I said, my sword is like lower than my foot level, so that as I land, the sword pierces into him. This big gush of water comes straight up out of his ventral hole, and
His new ventral hole.
hear the scream, and he just like slowly starts to like slide, like his head kind of tilts forward, and he slides down the side of the boat. And as he comes like level with the banister on the side of the boat, I just step off and step back into the boat.
You do a little Jack Sparrow with the you just walk onto the dock there and do
Yep.
that. Nice.
All right. The creature shrieks, bubbling noises. There's all that gore, and Piercy calmly strides back onto the listing ship. What
So
would
as
you-
I was saying, I had this dream that we beat the thing, like we just did there. Yeah.
Soren gives him a pat on the shoulder for that. That was quite.
Yeah,
Is-
Yarrow opens the door all the way and goes to look for that guy.
That guy, now seeing the creature dead, runs across the deck, almost knocks Piercy over, and dives off the bow of the ship. And goes, "Ah!" runs
shit.
and splashes and is frantically trying to swim to shore.
I wasn't in Tangled Forest stance, so I couldn't stop him. But, okay, damn.
What? Who's that?
Sildren, first off, the creature.
What? What do you mean? Xander,
it-
this is the guy.
All
Is
right,
it-
Zanner goes to chase him. Very, very cinematic, masculine action movie. Zanner goes Stewie stepping across the boat up to the bow.
Piercy's not gonna outdo me.
Gets right up to the end, stops, holds his nose, plops just straight down in, and then starts quickly dog paddling after him.
In fact, Xander gets to the edge, and before jumping in, throws his hands down like Iron Man and blasts off in fire. And flies over
Oh
to him.
shit.
Nice.
I just have one question about the creature. Is it staying like kind of like on the ship? It's like still clinging to it, so it's not.
No, it's not
submersing?
clinging to it all. All the tentacles dropped in as it was trying to get away. It was trying to leave peacefully.
Right.
And Piercy
Yeah.
killed it.
Whatever.
But it's still floating there, and the tentacles have risen up. But it's off the port side, and it's just slowly starting to float away.
Okay. Sildren jumps in after the creature, and as he's doing that,
It's dead.
Butter sauce.
his feet transform into a fin, or fins, as it were, as he casts Feet to Fins, which will last 10 minutes, and my swim speed is equal to my land speed.
Beware the mermaids!
The sea ponies!
I think we found a sea pony.
I need one of that thing's teeth, so that's my goal.
All
To
right.
start.
Is he trying to pull another tooth with his little fish feet?
They live on monsters' teeth and tears of sailors.
Why the hell is he not swimming over to the ship we need to check out?
But after the guy who just went away.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Sylvan, go ahead, Pierce. Go ahead, Palik.
Palik wants to check out this this ship, the Sleek Star, and see if they have an intact dinghy or small rowboat.
All right. You do see they have a rowboat, and that's because it is also shattered and splintered and floating away.
Okay.
Sildren, you splash into the water and swim over to the creature and kind of move these big heavy-duty industrial cables of tentacles out of the way and start making your way to there. And then there's just this feeling of, is it dead? As you get closer and closer to it. Brenrose is like moving a tentacle near the boat and whipping it around and make it look like it's alive.
Wrestling.
I mean,
Sildren, help me! Get away!
I mean, I am trying to accomplish this quickly. If it's not something that's going to happen relatively quickly, I'm going to abandon the task. But
all right,
just
you
trying
have
to
two
do it.
options.
Yeah.
The creature itself does not have teeth. It has these spiky, long, calcified, pointy dagger things on the end of some of its tentacles, and then it has this super sharp beak. So you could try and do something along those lines.
The beak is rather large, I presume.
Yes.
And the spikes are more portable.
They're like
small.
icicles.
Yeah, I'll try and get one of them.
All right.
I just want one.
Make a nature roll. Just for fun.
Yeah. 23.
23, you get 3/4 of one. It snaps off, but you got most of one, and you quickly swim back with your prize.
Well, I'll take that, and then I start heading towards the guy swimming.
All right, you.
And I will also activate my bracelet of dashing, so my swim speed is 45.
He's got a guy by air and by sea coming at him.
Uh-huh.
The fast ones are the most dangerous. Look out for the ones.
Zanner, you are flying and easily catch up to this guy and are orbiting him quite gracefully.
Hey!
Ah! And he swims, he dives under and then pops back up. Ah! Dives under and pops back up and is swimming and swimming and is changing his angle and is trying to get away from you.
We're just trying to help. Stop diving under. We're just hold still.
Make a diplomacy -1, please.
-1 is going to probably be like a 30 or something amazing.
You say that.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry. 36 with the -1.
He stops and starts treading water, and he says, "What?
And then he sees
and all of a sudden, there's and he starts swimming again, and is making his way for shore.
And Sildren grabs him.
Okay, you grab him like a panicked lifeguard video. He starts struggling, but you have master speed, and I know the powers aren't designed this way, but we'll just say with your momentum and everything, you can just do this arc and make your way wherever you want with him being pushed up ahead of you.
It's back to the Silver Star or whatever the hell the name of the ship is.
All right, you head
Sleek
back
Star.
to the Sleek Star and push him back on board. And he's like, "Damn it, back where I came
He was
from."
already at the shore. He could have stood up and just started walking, but Silver was like, no. Let it go.
And I'm going to investigate the Naper's Wake, which is one that's capsized, right?
You throw him up on the ship.
I mean, I have 10 minutes. I'm going to use it.
All right, you head off
First
that
time
direction.
I've done this, I want the full value of this feat to fins.
How far away is the shore and the Naper's Wake from us?
They are about 100 feet each in different directions.
Cool.
And Yaru, Palik, and Piercy, and Brenros, you guys are on the listing ship, and the guy, the deranged weird sailor guy, has just been dropped off unceremoniously. He looks around and pulls a pin, one of those wooden little pins that they use on those old sailing ships, pulls it out of its slot, and has it as like a little mini club. "Stay back, I warn ya!"
Friend, calm yourself. Did you not see us defeat the beast?
He looks around. It's been a maddening time.
We mean you no harm. My young mouse friend and I, and this young halfling, and this knight are here to help this land and rid it of creatures such as that terrifying monster.
I don't know if I believe you. Make a diplomacy roll +1.
I will make a diplomacy.
Brenros is looking over the edge for another one.
Not great, a total of 20.
I think I see another one.
A total of 20. He says, keep your distance.
How about you
Very
drop that
well.
little toy?
Palik, calm now.
Sit down.
Make a
Super
reflex
tough.
saving throw, Palik, as he throws it right at your head.
A natural 20.
Catch it out of the air.
You may finish that moment.
Oh no.
I catch it in the air and just kind of like toss it back so it just like bounces off his head.
All right. Ah!
I thought you were going to say, you may take him down.
Right.
Now sit
All
your
the
butt on the
reflexes.
deck right now.
Make an intimidation roll +3. No, don't make an intimidation roll. That was a great save. You just threw it right back at him. You said it's all in the wrist. And he sits down immediately.
Percy would like to do no cause for alarm.
Tell me what that is.
Reduce his,
Oh no.
his frightened condition, or
Yeah.
if he has it, he's going to just talk him down. Hey, it's okay, man. We all alive and you alive and it's okay. Just have some water. And takes a scoop of water out of the ocean. It's okay.
Make a diplomacy roll.
Okay, diplomacy. 21.
You guys have been spotty. He still looks nervous,
Yeah,
but he
weird.
doesn't run. Can you get me back to town? You've got a boat, right? You didn't just come in a dinghy or swimming like that weirdo.
Well,
Right.
about the boat,
Yeah, we had a boat.
it's in pieces.
So you're stuck here like me then.
They have a float, but not a boat.
You have a float, but not a boat.
Right.
Well, I guess we better make our way to shore then and set up camp. I can make a rudimentary hut and can cut down some trees maybe with one of your swords. You halfling, you lady, you can get some food going. I think that'd be great.
You guys! I found a little hut over here, and look what I did with the walls! Zanner's got this Minecraft level wall shape that he did with his wall of stone already built up and like a little window popping through one side.
Somehow you've got sand blocks perfectly there, and just. do you have a name? It would help if we have to call out to you.
Why would you need to be doing that?
I am Brenros, Sir Brenros.
I'm Caradmon, Sir Caradmon.
Caradmon.
Sir Carrot, man.
That's not what I said, you little rat. I said Sir Caradmon.
Mind your tongue.
This guy's
It was
awful
surely
racist
this-
and sexist.
I'm sorry. I do have a problem with some of the pronunciation now and then.
I can hear that, and you don't tell me to mind nothing. Make a reflex saving throw as he picks up that pin and throws it right back at you.
Oh boy.
A 22.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Now take that, little girl, and stay quiet.
Can I pick it back up? Can I pick it up and throw it at his head? You
We're
should
gonna
throw it this time.
Go for it.
This is not
Everyone, please! And Yaru will try no cause for alarm on the entire group.
All right, make a diplomacy roll, Yaru.
I will.
Malik, that was a miss. It goes
Yeah,
clattering.
yeah, for sure.
30.
All right.
Everyone,
She started it.
It has been a tense day, I'm sure, for you more than ourselves. What happened here, Caradman?
It was a bad time, really bad. It was half a dozen ships like ours took shelter in the bay from the storm. And after the storm died down, it was morning time. The wind hadn't picked back up yet. And then something unnatural appeared. You hear me? Something wrong appeared. It was like a fog. A heavy gray fog rolled into the bay. And several people cried out that it was a cursed fog. The captain kept the men calm, but urged them to get the ship underway best they could. But before we knows it, out from the fog speeds a black vessel with torn sails, riding low in the water, but moving with unnatural speed. I knew it then as I knows it now. It was a ship called Night Skull. Have you heard it?
We have heard the name too recently.
It ain't
Do you
been
know
seen
of-
around in years.
I've also
What do you
heard
know
that
of
anyone who's encountered it has died. You are quite fortunate to have survived.
I say so. I got a good eye, and I know when to fight, and I know when to run. And I'll tell you, the other ships, they were trying to run themselves. They were panicking, and they were moving with a purpose, I tell you. And then we saw, as the ship came in, and I started to get that fear. What do I do? What do I do? I saw the creatures on the deck of the Night Skull. They were men of bones, bones that crackled, bones that even cackled, and they cried out for blood. And steering that vile ship was none other than Captain Jagged himself, dressed in black and screaming for blood. He is so close I could swear he looked right across the water into my soul and clamped his sharp teeth at me. Har, har! He screamed an order, and I seized his skeletal crew, launched the soul of some damn victim at us. It was like a screaming ghost. Ah! And it splattered with a yell and hit our ship, and it instantly rotted the wood away. It was terrible. And then another one was fired across the water and slammed into old Gussie. Poor old Gussie withered away in an instant. He became very old, Gussie, and died right there.
Now, Brenros is trying to follow along with the story as to where the hits were, and taking a look at the damage of the ship where this blast initially hit. And
You can see there's several of them. It looks like decayed wood that's of a ship that's been there for 50, 60, 70 years and never kept maintained at all. And you grab onto pieces and that just comes apart in your hand. And there's several of them. You can see one just below the waterline on the port side that allowed a lot of the water in. You lean over and can see it. And then over your shoulder is that same guy. People were screaming. People were dying, you see. Ships raced out of the bay as fast as the wind would take them. We were run aground, and most everyone killed but me. But old Captain Jagged, as you said, ain't known for leaving survivors. And that's 'cause he wasn't after us. He was hunting that one over there. And he points over to the Naper's wake, completely capsized. You're seeing the bottom of her hull, and you can see this weird porpoising druid in a robe making his way very quickly over there, which we'll get to in a bit. What his screaming souls didn't tear to pieces on that ship, the Naper's wake, his crew of cackling bones tore apart with nasty swords and bony claws and sharp teeth, Wizard Tim. It was a terrible sight to see. I did. I watched Captain Jagged take the wake's captain, a man pleading for his life. He took that man and chewed off half his gut and was laughing with a mouthful of the man's innards while he was still alive and screaming. And before I hid myself deep in the hold of the star, I saw him grabbing a lady from the wake, a lady dressed finer than I've ever seen. He brought her right up to his bloody jaws and said something about making an example of her for the king. He pulled her into the Night Skull, was the last thing I seized before I hid for good. Then you came here, and here we is.
Where did the Night Skull go, maybe?
I don't know. I was deep hiding behind doors, deep into the hole, in a barrel. I didn't see nothing after that, and I stayed quiet for so long until you done woke up something nasty. That's gravelly. It makes me thirsty. Hold on.
We need to
Don't drink the salt water.
We need to find this skull, night skull. Can you help us?
I don't know nothing about it. I've heard about it for years. Like every 10, 20 years, you heard stories of the night skull taken to the seas, but I've never seen it, and very few have.
Well, are you a knight? Aren't you going to do the right thing?
What are you talking about, you little thing?
You said you're Sir Carrot's man.
My name's Carrot Man, and I'm not a knight. I was just joking, you silly little thing.
Oh, I don't know Yokes too well.
No, I don't got no way to find the night skull. This is the second time in a week I've seen lots of undead. These islands are turning crazy, and I don't want none part of any of it.
The second time? What was the first time?
We've been hearing some rumors about a fortnight ago that some dead on the Isles have been getting frisky. You know, like a lost husband knocking on the door who should be dead late at night. We heard one of the towns had to cut down a walking corpse. But the worst was what we saw here on our ship. It was a small island with some old ruins on it. We've camped at and left stores in the past. Well, we go there a week ago, and the whole goddamn island is swarmed with undead. Like they were pouring out of the ruins like rats on a sinking ship. No offense, little one. And days later, I got Captain Jagged slaying my crew, my friends. These are dark times indeed.
Where was that island?
It was northwest's half a day's sail. It's an island all by its lonesome. I don't remember the name.
There should be room on Mad Eye's ship for this one.
Oh yes.
Take him with us.
You sail with Mad Eye.
We sail with Mad Eye, and you would be better off on that ship than this one for sure.
I'm excited. I know the taint well. It tickles me that you're on the taint. I'm happy to climb aboard
The taint tickles us all.
I'm happy to climb aboard the taint.
We must send for Zanner or Sildren to somehow contact the captain. I don't know how we'll get there.
You guys, look! I made a sea pony out of the sand. I used water and I packed it together. I think that's what they look like. You should come see.
Good job, Zanner.
No, Zanner, we need you that way.
Can you see me?
That way, Zanner.
He's 100 feet away on the beach.
That way.
With a pail and a big ball. Meanwhile, Sildren, you are swimming over towards the other ship, the capsized Naper's Wake. Describe, what are you doing? What you got going on?
So moving rather fast, just plowing through the water, just kind of going between, like, basically like a porpoise, going underneath and then popping up for a moment, and like the deep. And then I'm gonna go in and investigate the Naper's Wake from underneath.
All right. It is dark. It is. There's light from the sides, but you come underneath this
And I
ship.
have my Aeon light as well, so if I need it.
Sweet. Just picture that. This light from your wrist shining as you're underneath the water. I love it. and you swim underneath and go into the ship with your wrist lighting the way. You swim past debris. There's little boxes or bits of food or chunks of wood or damaged sections of the ship that you're kind of pushing out of the way and making your way through. A dead body comes floating past all of the submarine from abyss that frightens you for a moment. Or you can choose that one guy's boat from Jaws. It's up to you. And you make your way through the boat to some different areas. You see more bodies and more bodies. You finally make 2 perception rolls for me.
First one's a 26, and the second one's a 21. Yeah, 26 and a 21.
You find 2 things of interest. The third thing is a little box of treasure that you actually just think is debris and push past. I will just taunt you with that you will never see. But the other 2, did I say, or is it just 1?
2.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yes. The first 2 things that you do find, though, is a lock box, a metal lock box on the ceiling of the captain's quarters, which means it's on the floor of where you're at. And you can see it is locked up, and it looks to be valuable with something inside. And there is also a scroll case that is floating nearby as well.
Okay. I'm gonna swim past those, kind of search everything, see if there's anything else, any clues, anything like that, and then on my way
I
out.
have a question.
Yeah.
You have feet of fins.
Correct.
Do you have lungs of fins? Can you breathe?
I do not have the ability to breathe underwater, so I'm taking whatever air pockets or whatever I need to. And
that's a good point. It was upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you search. You went deep into the hold, which is at the top now of where the air pocket is. Got a good breath. Went down. Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like that.
And at 45 feet per round, I can probably get around pretty well between breaths. And then as my final thing, if I find nothing, then I'm just heading out, grabbing the scroll case and the the lockbox.
All right, it's not too heavy. You can carry it. It is a little challenging, but you're able to move with it. You guys see a sluggish Sildren returning back to the Napers. No, the Sleek Star.
Sleek Star. You look good. I see you. I see you.
Xanner's not there. He's on the beach.
He's like built a log cabin, from what I understand, or something, while he's been over there.
At this point, it's probably a
Watch
castle.
your yacht there. Sildren.
Keep moving rocks.
Well, help me out here, and Sildren will like toss it up, the lockbox up over the railing, and
all right,
and climb up, his feet returning to normal as he does so.
Yeah, Yara will assist Sildren back up.
Okay.
Malik,
Over the ledge.
Can you open this one?
Of course I can. So I go over to the lockbox.
She grabs a wooden pin and throws it at the lock.
Is the little chest locked?
The little chest is locked, yes.
So Pleek has these long earrings, and she's going to take them off, and those are her thieves' tools, her lock picks.
I love it.
And she's going to thievery roll?
Yes.
Awesome.
32.
32 within 3.4 seconds, almost a new record. That lock, which is not an easy one, snaps open and the lid is flipped open. Inside, you see there are 2 paintings that are here. Paintings in silver frames. One is of 2 old men on a ship with their arms around each other's shoulders, and the other is a painting of a young King Phaon standing beside an older man in the Castle of the Storm.
All right.
No
all that's
recognizing
in
this
there?
older man.
No.
Does he look related to King Phaon?
No.
Is Phaon in the other painting?
Sildren, make a roll of some sort. Society roll.
Five.
He tears off just so he can have King Phaon in for himself. You know nothing. I'm sorry, Palik, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
So there was two. There was one with King Phaon and another guy, and then another painting of two men.
Correct.
Is Phaon in the other one?
No.
Okay.
It's a painting of two mouse-like men on a bed holding each other tightly and kissing. If anyone gets that reference.
Piercy gets a little chubby.
All right. What else would you guys like to do? Soldrin's catching his breath.
Is there any writing that is on either of the back of these images?
You look at the back of the images. There is no writing, but there are dates inked in there. And one is a date of 20 years ago. Another is a date of roughly 50 years ago.
This is which, or doesn't matter.
The one with Phaon is 20 years ago.
Peculiar discovery.
Yes, I'd love to ask Sildren more about the ship.
He's taking a drink Archer style. The finger up.
Let's all flag down Zanner while we can.
In fact, Zanner will actually fly his way back because no one's coming to play. He's just going to come back over to the Sleek Star.
Xander, how long does that flight last?
It's a minute long.
Yeah, that expired quite some time ago.
Yeah, so he's going to have to spend another one of his. He's rebuilt his. Wait, what is it? It's not a hero point. It's the other one. It's the
Focus points.
Focus point. So after that 10 minutes, he's going to come back.
Okay, I imagine you didn't realize that for the first 5 feet, and you got a little wet.
Yeah.
And then off you go.
Sildren, what else was there on the ship? Or under the ship, perhaps?
This is all that I found other than just flotsam and jetsam.
I think it will take yourself or Zanner to signal the captain to get us back to the taint.
Where is the taint right now?
Oh, you can see it's way off in the distance, going far, far away. No,
It's okay. It's like, oh shit, it's leaving.
That'll be fine.
it's anchored in the entrance to the bay. So it's a couple hundred yards away, not within shouting distance, but. Oh, by the way, you also have Zanner circling over the mast of this existing ship.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Zanner, go tell the captain. We're gonna need to get back.
All the way over there? I don't know if I have that kind of time. I'll try.
Zanner zips away, and he's going, and Zanner flies, trying to make it to the taint. And as you get closer and closer, you guys can see this weird little sputtering, and he drops a couple feet, sputters a couple feet. And Zanner, you see there astonished half a dozen crew members, Brynan, 3 other guys maybe, Gimlet, and the Captain Mad Eyes himself are all just watching as you get closer and closer. You get within 15 feet and stop and drop and splash.
No, I didn't quite make it. Here you go, and I'll flick Palik a coin.
Captain, should we throw him a line?
I don't imagine the little sea grab will last much long without us.
He throws the Gimlet Goblin throws a line to you, Zanner, and they pull you up, and you're just kind of just hanging on desperately as they just kind of
Not even trying to climb. Just like,
yeah. We caught a wet one, sure. And they bring a wet one onto the taint, and you are on the deck, Zanner.
the head shakes all around the screen. No. So Captain, there was a giant purple monster thing that came and attacked us when we were on the ship, and it broke up the dinghy. I'm so sorry. We didn't know it was going to do that, but now everyone's stuck over on the old Sleek Star because we need another dinghy to get back. Is there a way that we can get them on here? Aye. Okay, great. So if there's a way that we can just get to him right now, that would be good. Hold your time there, little one. I'm sure they'll find a way back, and they'll signal when it's time for us to come get them. Otherwise, we're not getting the ship any further in. We don't want her to get herself all capsized and wobbly, just like you see the poor star there. Come have a drink.
In the meantime, Percy is saying,
We should signal to have the ship come in.
Are you gonna signal him?
Can someone
Waving like a
Such
madman.
bargain.
Your hands are just appearing over the railing only, just a little bit.
it's like this.
Children, maybe you can like shine a light or something. I know it's daytime, but I don't know. Magic light.
Brenneros starts piling up wood and creating a fire at the bow of the ship in probably one of the
best ideas he's ever had.
yeah, well, he's not much of a sailor.
Zanner is sort of our signal, though. He should be negotiating the captain to come.
These babies are fire resistant, right?
It's been an hour. I mean,
Yeah,
how long does it take?
They kind of asked me to come over and tell you. I think they wanted me to be the signal to let you know that we needed to come pick us up.
Whoa!
that doesn't
All of this wood is flammable. Oh, the sail too.
I mean, if you want, I could probably make it back almost if I went and checked with them. But I feel like it's probably best if we just go. If we could get them.
And
No.
I don't think so. That's
No, Brenros, if you cut it like this, it's a lot easier. Here you go. Here.
and the decking. Yeah, this might be out of control now.
Captain, we might want to do something. There's a fire on that ship now.
Oh, I believe that be the signal then. Let's go after them. You should have just said they'd light a fire one. You wee gnomes and your funny ways. All right. Hoist the anchor. Gimlet, let's get on there and make sure they don't burn themselves to a crisp.
Aye, Captain. And the taint raises anchor and is making its way too slow for your liking towards you guys as the ship is aflame now. Sir Brenros is backing away, seeing what he has created.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Percy's arms go from this to
What? Why does our group always start fires on boats?
I christen the 2020.
This is usually Zanner's job.
Adventure!
The taint is making its way in as you guys are backed up to the last third of the ship, as the first 2/3 are now completely engulfed in flames. With you on there is Caradman, the sailor, who's like, "What are you doing? You're gonna kill us all!"
Quiet down.
Make a reflex saving throw, please.
This mother.
Where does he keep getting these things?
It's a cargo full of little pinions.
30.
30, you do dodge that one. The taint arrives being captained and sailed very well by Captain Mad Eyes and pulls up close, but you guys still have to get wet is the problem, Sir Brenros, as the ship is about 30 feet as close as he can get because
I'll be as close as I can get. We'll throw a line down and you hoist yourself up.
lines are thrown. Piercy jumps in, Sildren drops in, Yaru reluctantly jumps in, Palik jumps in.
I'll hold off. for a second.
Yeah,
I want to have a
Yara-
conversation with Brenros.
All right, Carrotmon shrugs and jumps in, and Brenros standing there in his heavy metal armor looks nervous like a toddler without his swimmies on his arm.
And actually, Sildren just casts the spell Jump and just jumps from one ship to the other.
All right.
Yaru teleports.
Brenros is like,
As soon as he's like eyeballing it, as soon as it gets with it, go.
Brenros, how quick can you take that armor off?
it
I'm
takes some
assuming
time.
you can swim without the armor.
It's all kinds of buckled. It'll take some time.
The flames are rising.
I guess you have not but 1 minute on that ship. It's some very dry wood.
Take this into the rope, Brenros. And I'll hand Brenros an end of the rope, and I will jump in and swim over to the taint.
All right, Palik gives you a rope end, holds on to the other end, and she dives off with a perfect dive with very little splash, and as swims across, is hoisted above onto the taint. And now you have a rope between Palik and Brenros.
Well, I'm gonna get somebody else a little.
You attach a cup to both ends and whisper, "You're going to die."
Brenros takes one last look at the fire, contemplating whether or not he might actually survive just running through the fire and surviving, or diving off, to which he decides to dive off as best he can in this kind of reaching, die-hard moment, trying to make for the ship. So,
All right, you dive off, splash into the water, and immediately sink like a rock. Palik, what are you doing?
Well, I would have gotten someone a little more stout to help me hold the rope.
You and Zanner are holding on to the rope together.
I got him! I got him!
And you are being slowly pulled towards the railing.
Help! Yaru!
Yeah, Yaru grabs a hold of the rope and
If
will
Percy
assist.
is
We got Brenros just sinking like a stone on the other end of this.
Piercy, Yaru, make athletics rolls, please.
Brenros would like to take this time to view his surroundings.
Okay.
I'm
You see, there's some wooden debris on the ground. There's some ship that is that's falling over and aflame at the same time. Did we get some athletics rolls?
30
You
for
did.
Percy.
Yeah, and then Yaru comes in. It's just like,
And with a 32, Yaru helps with Piercy, and you four of you yank a very ignobly dragged knight of the Order of the Vigilance
Yeah.
up to the top. But he does not seem out of breath in any way, strangely. He was under there a little bit.
Oh, thank you. Nothing of interest down below. Lots of ships. I wouldn't have made it up here without you.
You said
That's
lots
true.
of ships.
Sunken ships, different ships on the bottom of the bay here.
This is a terrible bay. We gotta leave. I don't want to be another ship on the bottom.
I would not want to learn how to sail out here. No.
Sildren, where would you have us go next?
We have found what we can here. We need either to go to the Port Rising.
Is anyone gonna get that other guy? He keeps waving at us.
The other guy.
Sir Caradmon?
Kiradmon, he dove in second. He's
Oh, he did.
aboard.
All right, sorry.
He is aboard. And you guys brought all the loot that Sildren got, is that correct?
Yeah.
Who has all that?
Yeah, we brought it over,
yeah.
I guess. Put it back in the lockbox.
I'll put the and I'll put the lockbox in with Sildren's guidance into the bag of holding.
Was it just the lockbox and the pictures that came along, or there were some clandestine
and a scroll
items?
case as well.
Oh, okay.
That's
Which
what we
will-
used to start the fire. I didn't know.
Right. So it's either to Port Rising or to this
Jane Harbor, right?
pirate
Yeah.
ship.
All I know is that there are undead lurking around, and I would find them if I could.
What's that? Say ye undead? You're not talking of the Sailors of Bones, are you?
We
don't know,
exactly of those, but also those mentioned on the island.
It's bad luck to be talking about the undead upon the ship, especially during the light of day. If we be speaking about the undead, we wait till it be nightfall. Otherwise, we call them upon us, and that not be the way we want it.
Undead! Undead! Bring them all, I say.
Caradmon did say there, and this might be that there was a bunch of these people that you don't want us to talk about pouring out of some ruins northwest of here. Do you know of any ruins, Captain? Northwest of here?
Aye, there be ruins all about this place. But you not be wanting to deal with the ones who be walking undead.
I thought you said we shouldn't say that.
Captain, don't say that!
I'm sorry.
Until it's nighttime!
They brought it out of me! They did this! It's the shiny one's fault, the one that drips water all over me deck. Ah, curse it all! I'll tell you this. They that don't drown are a great, great threat. You cannot kill what's already been killed, and they will still attack ye. If we call upon them, if we curse their name, if we say what they are, and draw attention to ourselves, then I tell you what, the cursed fog be upon us. And that be the greatest way to get Captain Jack, to get the Dark Captain your attention. There be not but one person I know that ever seen him and knows where he nest. And I don't steer near her if I can avoid it at all costs.
Who's that?
Her?
I mean the blood gypsy. She's over in a small town on Embret Island, but she be a dangerous one, and one that we not near get by. Not for a heavy cost.
Is she
What would be
looking
that
fancy? How she dresses?
No.
Okay.
If we want to find the Night Skull, we've heard of this maiden, this well-dressed woman taken captive on the Night Skull. This lady that you speak of would know where the Night Skull is?
Perhaps. She be the only hag I know who've heard of where the Night Skull may rest. But again, it be a heavy cost, and not one that be taken lightly.
What do you mean? Like a lot of money, or?
I don't
More than
bother with
money.
it. I just know that if you want to go looking for trouble, you find it. And if you speak of undead during the daylight, they...
Captain, don't say undead!
Oh, I did it again! You did this, you cursed cat person!
Ooh, look, undead. It does work.
This isn't... No! I had the curse of the sunshine and the... Give me the chalk! I need the chalk and the tail of the wisp!
Are you sure you're not just superstitious? I read a book series about this kind of thing one time. They called him, they didn't say his name. That was kind of the whole deal. But, this is very similar to that.
I'm saying that I've been alive a long time in these waters, and you have certain rules that you have to follow. 1, never mess with sea ponies. 2, never shave your beard. 3, never shave your... That was 2. Never shave your other beard. And 4, you don't speak of the undead, and you follow the rules.
Captain, you can't say that!
I can't stay this anymore. I'm taking off to my quarters, and I'm gonna try drawing some things.
Stress draws? Is that what you just implied?
He just has a whole like charcoal artwork just behind the cabinet, just like eyeball, just get it really.
But now it's all over the decking and
It's all kittens hanging there.
I'm really trying to get the hands right. Just get the...
rainbows, sunshine.
Black rainbows.
But you say this gypsy could be the key to, or the only person who can show us the way.
Why do we need to seek this ship? I'm looking at Sir Brenros.
This Caramon, looking at the gentleman there, His story tells of this captive being taken, and I am not fond of the dead, as you will know. And it is a scourge to me and an insult to the existence here. I would see them put under. Deep under, Captain.
Be as it may.
My sword says that direction. And Brenros storms off.
To the north.
Water
Like
here.
5 feet to the, like,
It's
you
like
know.
horning like a dog on the end of the ship.
I will go that
What a strange man.
Brenros tries to storm off. He turns quickly to the railing, and I can't go any further than this. Up to the back.
Mad Eye sidles over to Sildren. You've been the one calling the shots, and I'm not going to be the one that says which way we go or which way we don't, save for the safety of me crew and the health of me ship. But if ye work for Phaon, and Phaon says go in the different places, it's my job to get you there, one or the other. I will tell you, though, you sail me into danger, you'll be the first one I throw over. But if you make the call to go see Embret Island and the Blood Gypsy there, we'll take you there. If you say go elsewhere, I'll let you decide. Don't tell the little ones, though. They get very, very huffy.
Well, to be certain, though, we do sail to danger.
What? What did he say?
And that's Mad Eye.
His voice goes up 3 octaves.
Don't take me to danger. What's the name of the other port where the other ship that we have to chase with the pirate booty?
The hold.
Looking at notes.
The Barnaclin.
Barnaclin and Chain Harbor.
An auspicious name.
How far is the Blood Witch from Chain Harbor?
The Chain Harbor is several days out of the way. Embret Isle, I believe we said, was a day and a half from here. Memory serves me correctly.
Half a day.
There are
Is that the Northwest Island?
No.
No. Okay, never mind.
There are many distractions to deter us from our way, but to Port Rising we should go.
Well, if you recall, we're supposed to find this ambassador that was on the Naper's Wake.
And if he was on the Naper's Wake, then he is now dead.
Unless this ambassador is the finely dressed woman who, according to Cardmon, was not killed.
On the island before us?
The woman on the ship that the skeleton guy took.
No, I've never heard of Captain Jagged ever taking prisoners aboard his ship.
Talk to this guy. That's what he said. Don't tell him to tell the short version though. He fucking talks so much.
Jesus.
Oi! You new one there.
Yes, Captain. Yes.
Gimlet, there be this other straggler that came aboard, the drowned rat.
Uh-huh.
Ask him. Did he see, in fact, that Captain Jagged took a prisoner aboard the Night Skull?
He goes over and talks to him and brings him over, and Caradmon is there. Captain, I've been sailing a long time, and I'm in the market for a new ship. Perhaps you've got some room for an old sailor like me.
No,
Really,
you're
if you-
supposed to tell him about the woman.
What woman?
The one that the skull man took.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you everything I know because I'm good. I'm good to have around, Captain. I saw a nicely dressed lass on the other ship there, the Naper's Wake. She was taken by the old skeletal fiend himself, and said he was gonna make a show of her, and took her aboard his ship. The last I saw, before I was knocked out by an attack and knocked down below.
You said you.
No. Let's focus on what the captain needs to hear.
Then to the in pursuit of that vessel we should go then. Sir Brenrose is correct. We must.
You want to go and find the Night Skull? Is that be what you're saying?
I resign my interest in joining your crew, Captain.
Indeed, I'm afraid it is.
You there, Cardamon. I've got exactly one interview question.
Yes, sir.
How fast can you swim?
Catch this! And he throws a belaying pin from out of his belt behind him.
Oh, he's a master. I'm gonna give him natural 20. Like a ninja.
He's hired.
He glares over and winks at Palik when he does it.
Skipper, give him the Employee of the Month cabin. He gets the high cot.
Oh. Thank you, Captain.
Don't thank me yet. Get out there and man the yardarms. Hoist the sails. We're going to Embretisle.
I actually need the first week off for vacation. I had it booked with my other
Another playing pin.
All right, the Taint is heading for where? Embret Isle, did I hear?
Correct.
Yep.
All right, the Taint sets sail. Sails are lowered, and the wind takes off, and the ship heads off across the sea through the Thousand Isles. And let's go ahead and take our break there. That'll be a great time to take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll see you then.
Man, I can't wait to get out of Mirskon. Terror in the foamy trumpet, chaos in the capstan, disaster in the clumsy duck. The four houses are on the chase, the wolf's on the hunt. Who could be behind all this ruckus? Who are these masters of mayhem? Go to twitch.tv/Inglorious Bards and subscribe now. Catch us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. live.
The Taint sails across the waters that are rough. The wind is strong. The ship is moving quickly. Along the way, Piercy realizes, since he was out of the fight for almost the entirety against that tentacle beast and then rose and slew it, that he finds himself emboldened with a hero point.
Nice.
Hurrah!
You guys are traveling for about a day and a half or so. Anything you'd like to do in that time?
I'd like to lose my wounded condition.
You can.
Yeah, healing up a little bit.
Yeah.
And Brenrose, I got rid of your sicken for you. I assume you
Saw that,
vomited
thank you.
several times along the way. Anything else you guys want to do? Look at? Do you have any magic items to identify? I think you've already failed at those, though.
The scroll case. There was a scroll case.
Oh,
Yeah.
We get half our hit points back.
You get all your hit points back. Yes. Sildren grabs the scroll case that he found aboard the Naper's Wake in his underwater exploration. You grab the scroll case, and as you start to crack the seal and open it, you just keep whispering, "Come on, Fireball. Come on, Fireball," to replace the one you lost. You open it up. Inside the scroll case is a note. Written in a stylish flourish.
I owe you one fireball.
The note reads as follows. Mayor Cartland is a fickle man who won't take the king or his offer seriously with this chaos. An offer of trade and peace between the Thousand Isles and Navarre is hard to negotiate with this ghost pirate scaring ships away from these waters. I've asked a change of course to seek out information about this. I hope we can find some insight into this Night Skull and her captain. That's all.
Brennos would like an aside with Sildren.
All right, you catch Sildren in the room that you share. And speak to them.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
In my bed, no less.
He rolls over and just starts talking.
So what are you doing?
Like Sildren rolls over and like Brenros is just right there.
Hello.
Are you still ticklish?
Would you like to make a reflex roll? It's reflex or fortitude, your choice.
Who likes a belly rub? What trooper likes a belly rub? Coming down off his bunk. Sitting down.
I had
across
another,
from-
but I'll let them know.
yeah. I feel I know I was rude to you earlier when I came off as short as I did.
Yes.
You deserve.
I noticed that too.
Quiet next door. Damn these thin walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dick, yes. You deserve to know some of my motivation as to why I was short with you. This manner of dealing with the undead always catches me and offends me in the deepest kind of way, but I suppose what mattered more to me was the thought that we had, and this is why I speak with you, the thought that we had failed Jix and Jinx as we had. When they talked about taking this one hostage, I couldn't help but feel the same way when Jinx was taken. And I couldn't bear it again to have a loss, to have another lost in such a helpless fashion. So my apologies.
No apology necessary, Sir Brenros. It is understandable under the circumstances. And we must do the right thing and seek this captive and seek this ship and do what we can for her.
Piercy
You
is
are right in
oddly
that.
moved.
I feel we will. And God's willing, safely and quickly. And Brenros retires for the evening.
Retires from adventuring. Anything else as you guys sail?
Nope.
No. All right.
I think I've been pulled.
Actually, yeah.
Too late.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Palik
Are you gonna
wants
give
to talk
Sildren his
with.
gold?
Yep. Palik wants to talk with Zanner about.
You go up to Zanner. You knock on his skull since he's right next to you.
Yeah. So I know you didn't hear it, but that cardamom guy was talking about ruins with undead pouring out. Does that sound familiar?
No!
Like we've seen a few times before?
Well, I mean, undead, yes. Mostly with Rainith and Scourgeonar. Anytime we've seen anything that's gone to do with the Scourgeonar towers.
Yeah, I know you've been talking about these towers.
Yeah.
This might be one of those.
It could be. I don't know what the ruins look like, but the big symbol that we'd look for is that it would have a big star with a sword through it. That was definitely the symbols of Scoriel, I think, that was taken over by Scourgeonar.
Okay, well, I don't know these as well. I mean, I've only been in the one. You've been in several, but
They're all the same, and they're awful.
yeah, but if it is one, we should probably look into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially if we could stop it. The last time We were in the tower of Scoriel, and it didn't seem like there was anything going on, and we were fine, and we could get in. We got stuck under a door one time, but we were able to lift it up because Iggy was really strong. I was strong too, I just wasn't strong enough at the time. But then he tried to go underwater, and then suddenly there was just 100 of them, or 200, or 500, and I had to keep zapping with the Ray of Frost because they kept climbing up out of the water, but they started climbing on top of each other, so they would start coming up out of the water. It was so scary. They wouldn't drown, they wouldn't stop, and he almost got eaten by them. He got out though, he was a pretty fast swimmer, and he made it up and over, but it was really weird. And after a while, we were like, there's so many of them. And then there was another time that we were in the city down in Tavernry, and there was a big giant one. It was huge, and I couldn't fight it, and I tried to blast it with fire, and I had to zap myself over to the ruins where there's a whole bunch of them doing like a ritual together. They grabbed this blue thing out of one of the coffins. We still don't know who that guy is, where that came from, because he's not anywhere. No one's heard of him. No one knows where he's from, and it's freaking me out.
Did you drink a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna be a joy to sleep with tonight.
Wait. We're gonna sleep?
I just thought I'd drop that on you since you weren't there to hear it.
Well, thank you. That's good. I'm going to sleep really well now. I'm not going to be thinking about undead or anything, or Tower of Scoriel or anything like that now. That's going to be fine. I'm going to go take a walk. I'm back.
I'm curious, as we have listeners relaxing, maybe on their way to work or enjoying their day, listening to the podcast, does Zanner draw them in with interest, or does it just stress the hell out of them as much as it does me at times? Tell us now and leave us a message in gloriousbards.com. Go to our Discord and tell us your thoughts on Zanner. I'm always curious. All right, anyways. All right, Zanner is pacing back and forth, really focused more on the last thing Palik said of sleeping together that night. It's not as he imagined, though, as when you come back that night, Zanner. She's already asleep in her own little swinging hammock type of a thing.
Curse my coffee luck!
And the Taint arrives a day and a half later in the evening hours. The Taint arrives at Embrit Isle. This is an island of rocky crags. It's relatively small. There are several shacks and small buildings that cling to a side of this cliff that's indented a bit and has a flow with little paths barely carved in, houses and shacks that are just wedged in to get out of the wind as much as they can, maybe a few on stilts to keep them level. I'm totally picturing the town from the movie Popeye starring Robin Williams way back when. Sweet Haven? Was that the name of the town? Wasn't that the song?
My God.
That's the reference I'm dropping, Dennis Miller style, and that's what I'm picturing. Just these old ramshackle buildings, barely hanging on, clutched to this island in the middle of nowhere. Is Embrit Isle. You pull up alongside a ramshackle pier. There are several of them. They're narrow, they're too high, they're on toothpicks of stilts. They look like they could barely hold the weight of a man, let alone a ship in rough waters. And the Taint pulls up. Gimlet throws the lines. You are tied down. The whole pier creaks, and there are people moving about. You can see there's a merchant or two that have a little stalls that are tucked away, trying to get away from the wind. The wind is fierce coming off the ocean, and what would you guys like to do?
Is this little town big enough to have like a market?
You see two merchants, not a market.
Okay. Piercy wants to head towards a merchant.
All
and
right.
Look around.
What about the rest of you?
Following Piercy for lack of anything else to do at the moment.
Gotta find this gypsy.
Yeah, the blood gypsy.
Zanner wants to start using his hobnobber skill and ask around. Did he didn't get anything else from the captain as to where the blood gypsy may be or how to identify her, did he?
No, he did not.
Okay, so he wants to start doing that around town, and like he'll start by following Percy to the merchant, and then break off and start having conversations to locate where she might be.
Okay.
Yaru will go in the opposite direction from Zanner with his also hobnobber skill.
All right. Anything Brenros and Palik are doing?
I'll go with Piercy. Palik will go with Piercy.
Have any temples or religions made their way out into these ramshackled isles?
None you can see in the darkness of this night. You can see there are lights on in a bunch of these buildings. You can see a small, very cramped, small tavern. That's the most religion you're going to find out here.
I think I will stick with Piercy and Poli.
Okay. Piercy, what are you looking for as you're shopping? You have 2 full merchant stalls to look at. Amazon, this is not. Nothing in particular. Just taking a look at goods.
But he strolls up to one, and is it outdoor merchant or indoor?
Yeah.
Okay.
The merchant is there, and he chats with you briefly. He says, well, hello there, my little Yosoki friend. I was about to close up, but I could certainly stay open a while longer. What might you be interested in?
Oh, I just look for the unique things.
Oh, I've got some unique things in particular. Have you
Like
ever
what?
had jellied shark, my friend?
Yelly shark.
Jellied shark. It's good to help you when you're wounded, although you must have a strong stomach or you might send it back up. I've got some I could certainly part with for a price.
But how much?
10 gold per jar.
One must consume the entire jar?
Yes, and I mean the entire jar.
Does Piercy think that's a good deal?
Make a society roll.
Okay. Society. 22.
Probably.
Okay.
I tell
I've
you
got
what.
4 of them.
And how big are they?
They're half mason jar size.
Okay.
They're urns.
And must be eaten entire.
Piercy will buy 2
2 of them.
yelly shark jars. So that takes them down 4, 3. Okay.
I
Yes.
am dropping them into you.
right.
Did you get one?
Let me look.
One
mean,
into
I'll-
each cheek.
You joke.
I don't see.
All right, I'll drop it into the party group.
Oh, this is nice. But I'm wondering about something else.
What else?
Well, I'm looking for a woman.
Aren't we all, my friend? You've come to the wrong place, though. There aren't many lookers out here.
Well, I'm wondering if you know of a bloody woman.
Come again.
Oh no, I just do once. A bloody woman, a yipsy, a bloody yipsy.
I'm afraid I don't understand. What about you, little lass, to Palik? Have you ever heard of this before? It's a rare item, a treat I think you would enjoy more than any other. Have you heard of a balloon? Do you know what a balloon is?
Yeah, I do. Why is that special?
What do you think it means?
It's for like birthday parties and
I think it's special because plastic hasn't been invented yet, but a balloon. I happen to sell magical balloons, and I think that would fit your style quite well. 2 gold pieces get you a balloon in your favorite animal. Comes in a small little ball. You squeeze it, and it turns into a wonderful little balloon.
I think I'm all right. What else do you have? Do you have any weapons?
Just balloons. Read the stall.
Yeah, I've said any animal. There's a lot of animals. The families and phylums of lemurs alone takes up so much of my stall.
I don't think I need any balloons.
17 silver, and I'll separate for a balloon.
How about
Tiger, lion, monkey, giraffe. Do you know what a giraffe is?
How
let me
about 10
mansplain more
silver?
animals to you.
How about 10 silver?
No, I'm afraid that won't work. 17 silvers, as low as I can go. Seals, sea lions, otters, manatees.
Do you have the one that will they'll turn into an elephant?
No elephants.
Oh, sorry.
So close.
What else do you have? Anything else of interest besides balloons?
He shows you the rest of his stall. There are no weapons of any kinds. It is just a whole bunch of knickknacks that somehow Piercy ends up paying just a few copper for some sort of weird knickknack that ends up in his mouth, and he seemed quite pleased by it.
Stop putting weird things in your mouth.
Essa you soaky thing.
You're
You
weird.
wouldn't understand.
Yaru and Zanner scattered around the town trying to gather information with your hobnob can do it rather quickly. Both of you need to make a society roll, please.
Society. Oh,
Nice.
you're almost at a 20.
26.
24.
Total 26.
Yaru finds out, you guys find out at the exact same time, but when you get back together with the group, Zanner, you find you're just like 30 seconds too late. And Yaru has beat you to it. Yaru, there are several people that point you in the direction. If you can spare 4 silver for bribes, they will
I
point
will
you in the right direction.
spare 5 of my silver pieces.
And they.
Why are you overpaying? No one asked for a tip.
A kind gesture always finds its way home.
And get you here 30 seconds faster.
And a fool is parted easily with his money. I've heard that one. I know things. It's not just you crazy monk.
The material world does not last forever, Zanner.
A material girl gets what she wants. I think. I'll work on that one. Leave me alone.
The rest of the group is waiting for you two to stop to tell them where to go. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That way, guys. So some of that. She's behind that bush.
He's taking
They-
witticism notes for his spawn, though.
All right. You're going to fail with minus 20s off of those. Yeah, Yaru, you share the bush, and there's just a dog appeared behind you, Chris. Just a magic dog. Weird. Now the dog is not there. Yeah, there's a bush, and behind the bush is a cave on the other side of Embret Isle that you can visit to find the woman known as the Blood Gypsy.
We must take a path to the cave of the Blood Gypsy. It is on the other side of the island. It should be a blank amount of time away. How long should that take us? How big is the island about?
Like maybe 20 minutes. It's pretty small.
Oh, okay. Should take about 20 minutes, just enough time to get a focus point back or two.
And Piercy, did you spend your money on that on the jellies?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Anything else you guys would? Oh, yes, actually.
Yeah, Sildren's also cast Vital Beacon, obviously. That's his, he wakes up and does that, basically.
All right. Sir Brinrose.
Yes.
As they are buying things and talking and chatting around trying to find out where this blood gypsy is, so just going back maybe 10 minutes or so, you hear a small scuffle going on. You poke your head down underneath a dock, and you can see there is a small boat where beside it, it has been brought up on a rocky shore. Beside it is an Ivoron man who is being beat up by 3 other guys, 3 not so reputable looking men, and he's on the ground just being punched, and one of them has a thin club, almost bat, and is hitting the guy, and he's trying to fend him off.
And I'm up above.
You are up above.
I turn to Piercy and Palik. I give a sharp whistle, and then I dive over the edge, feet first, onto one of the assailants.
Where'd he go?
Make an acrobatics roll, please.
I also want to picture that every time Brenros does a sharp whistle, he thinks it's this really piercing thing, and everyone else hears like a.
One acrobatics roll is a 31.
31! You drop down, take no damage whatsoever. All the damage you would take from that fall, you deliver to the person you land upon. And which person do you want to land upon?
The one who's about ready to lay upon him with a club.
Boom! You land upon it, crumple that guy down, and he is pinned underneath your feet, and you stand between his other 2 buddies. And what do you say as soon as you arrive?
I draw my sword, point it at one of them, not even looking at the other one behind me, and I say, I would reconsider.
The one behind you didn't look at reconsiders and stabs at you with a knife, draws a knife and stabs you to death with an attack roll of 22.
That will kind of skitter along the side of my armor without making any kind of purchase.
He stabs again and again and again and again and just keeps getting these 22s over and over and tries to jab it in with like a ketchup bottle with 2 hands. And Piercy, you were wanting to do something.
Piercy looks at Palik and just kind of shrugs, and
I think the old man found himself a fight. We better help him out.
let's go.
Yeah.
And he does a couple little flips and off the edge of the was it dock pier?
Yep. It's about a 20-foot drop. Make an acrobatics roll.
No.
See if you... Well, why not?
My master at catfall.
He has an auto clip. He just appears.
Yeah, just instantly just down. All right, you flip off these guys as you hit the ground with ease and land beside Brenros. No, you land on the other side of the guy that is stabbing him.
Yep, that's what I do. And then I have my short sword out and I just have it like up in between a couple of his ribs and
all right,
his back
he
there.
still has his knife pressed into the armor of Brenros, doing no damage, and looks over his shoulder at you, Piercy, and quietly says, "After you, baby."
I think you should stop this. Yeah?
Go sleep off your drink.
Palik, you doing anything?
Yeah, Palik would be happy to make an acrobatic roll to follow her friends down.
Palik goes flipping off the edge.
With a 22.
With a 22, Palik, you land and take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and are land prone behind Sir Brenros. Thud! Palik smashes. Stones go scattering.
She will immediately kip up.
Okay.
And kind of look very sheepish.
And kip back down in a daze.
Yeah. What's going on?
Friend Viveron is apparently being assailed. I couldn't have this happen.
The guy on the ground who's been being beaten says, "They jumped me, and they've broken the deal."
What's the deal?
The guy with the knife says, "What business is it of yours?"
Yeah! Zanner flies over.
You're gonna jump down, or are you gonna fly?
I'm flying
All
over
right.
really, really fast, and gonna land on the guy that everyone is surrounding. He's obviously the bad guy, Because everyone's standing staring at somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can see.
Yeah.
Lands on him.
The one that was
land
getting
on him.
beaten?
I don't know. I'm
Make
just
an
letting-
acrobatics roll, Zanner. That's is gonna happen.
All right.
This is an aerobatics roll, really.
Is it 16? I rolled a 2.
16, and Zanner comes. What was the sound you made as you come in and Palik? And Palik, you are smashed into and sent tumbling 15 feet. Palik, take 5 points of bludgeoning. Zanner, take 5 points of bludgeoning. But Zanner, you are prone on the ground atop Palik.
I was holding her. Wanted to make sure she was safe. I'm holding
Get
her.
off of
I'm
me,
okay.
you stupid ass!
I just wanted to make sure.
No,
you're okay.
get on, and I'm gonna throw him off of me.
What's going on? I don't understand what's happening.
Perhaps we should take this inside. It's raining gnomes and halflings. It's a bad sign.
Better.
The guy with the knife steps away from you, Brenros, backs into a short sword, tries to step away from the short sword of Piercy, and puts his knife away and says, all right. You get away this time, Nobrin, but that's the last time we make a deal with you. And he tries to pull his buddy out from underneath your feet, Brenros.
Let him depart.
All right. The 3 thugs scurry away, and they do the 2 fingers at their eyes, pointing the 2 fingers at the guy at the ground, the Iveron guy, the traitor.
Now, how is it a citizen of Iveron finds their way to the Isles? I can only tell from your clothes.
He gets up. He is a very Nordic, Viking-ish guy, big bushy beards, broad shoulders. He has a sword sheathed at his side that he could not get out, and he stands up and he says, I thank you, friend. I thank you very much. And slaps you on the shoulders, Brenros. They were beating me not too fair. I'm grateful. They were supposed to make a deal, and they decided to change terms and take the money and the magic goods.
Well, I'm not here to broker your deals. I'm glad you're safe. The the kingdoms are friends to Iveron, so I would see that you would not suffer a blade today.
And I would see that I would get you a drink, friend. Come, let's go to 2 Sails, and I will get you and some of your friends a drink.
Well, come on, everyone.
And he takes you up towards the small, tiny little tavern that's clinging to this island in the darkness in the middle of the ocean. And as you walk up, Palik joins the group. Oh, there's another one. And then Zanner joins the group. And then you have a lot of friends. My purse isn't that deep.
Well, I'll support the coin.
He takes you into the 2 Sails. It is a really cramped place. There are just 3 tables. The bar can only seat 2 people. The bar is a dwarf who has to stand up on a box so you can even see over his head. And the place is moderately packed, which isn't saying a lot. And the guy comes in and says, my name's Norbrin, by the way. Pleasure to meet you. And who did you say you were?
Sir Brenros of Calavier.
Sir Brenros! And he does a little flurry. A drink for Sir Brenros and one of his friends.
And the rest of
Go
my
ahead,
friends,
Piercy.
please. Brenros will pocket up some coin here for paying for the rest of his troop that has arrived.
All right, some really poor beer is brought out, really thin, and served up by the dwarf, who doesn't seem to be particularly happy, even though you're easily more than half his customers. And Norbrin says, what brings you out to Embered Isle?
We are seeking out the Blood Gypsy, who is rumored to be on this isle.
Do you know the bloody Yipsy?
I don't. I can't say that I do.
What
It's
are you?
not a
What are
big
you
island.
doing? But
I'd say it's not a big island. You don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm here for trade. I get what I need, and I get back as quick as I can. I'm from the Snowfell clan in Iveron. Perhaps you've heard of us? Brave warriors! And he draws his sword. Shing, shing, oh, sorry. Shing, and he puts it back away.
Yes, we've heard of your kind. Stout clansmen all. Which is why I was surprised to even find you out in these isles. But to hear that you're a tradesman.
Yes, a trader. I pick up goods when I can and fight when I can't. And I'm certainly grateful you've come along. I've got to figure out, though, how to come back without being empty-handed. 250 gold for those goods. Are you staying the night?
what goods?
He gets in close. Magic goods, my friend.
Oh, I like magical goods.
Magic goods.
Percy's snout comes in.
Gets into the conversation. Boop.
You know the Duke Seeves.
What?
The Duke Seeves.
I don't understand. Magic is what I deal
He's
in.
part of the clan of the Snowfell.
Oh, yes.
You know him.
Of course.
There's something about I heard that his warriors are abandoning their posts.
I don't think he has any lawyers, but we don't abandon our posts. It's a very honorable clan. There's no stronger clan in all of Iveron.
We have heard, though, we are emissaries from the king. We have heard of some of your warriors.
You are an emissary of the king?
We
Yes! We're champions of King Phaon, defenders of the realm and emissaries of the King of Navarre.
Well,
And-
you don't look like an emissary, and you
I had
don't
a
look
sash.
like one.
There was
You
it's
don't look
around.
like
Hang
one.
on. Let me try
You
to.
definitely don't look like one, and I'll
I
let
had
you
it in a-
decide who that is.
It was in a satchel. I just gotta put it on. Then you'll see. Hang on. Okay, it's not here, but it could be. It's probably back on the ship that we came from. We're on the Tainted Waters, which is under the employ of the king because we're the ambassadors. And we heard that there was trouble over in the Ocran Woods for you guys, that we may be able to come help when we're done here after we find the Blood Gypsy, because we're trying to find the Night Skull because of King Jagged and Captain, and he's attacked. And there's... I gotta sit down.
You hear a new voice call out from the table, and you hear, "Ambassadors, huh?" And a halfling drags a chair and pulls it over in between Palik and Piercy and says, "Hi there. So you're ambassadors from the king? You got to be pretty important. What are you doing here at Emperor Isle?
Who are you? Why do you have so many questions?
I'm
We
fascinated.
didn't even invite you over here.
Oh, now you're just being rude. Don't be rude. It's
you know
me,
the-
Facet.
Mr. Facet. You know the bloody Yipsy.
I've heard that she's somewhere on this island. Mad woman is what I've heard. Another voice calls out from that table. Well, that's true. I hear she's come from quite some distance and has only recently been at this island, maybe just a few years. And a stuffy-looking wizard fellow drags a chair up and pulls it next to Renros and Sildren. I am Turks, magician extraordinaire. Pleasure to meet you.
So
You're a magician? Like you do tricks?
Oh, I
You do
do more
magic.
than tricks. And he produces flame. Have you ever seen the likes of this?
Too close.
Ooh.
That's a good
Fascinating.
one. That's a good one, Turks.
And I think my associate, Facet, asked a pretty interesting question. We don't get many emissaries of the king out here. What, pray tell, is your business, if you do not mind me asking?
We mind. Again, you just invite yourself to our table.
Don't be rude, Palik. He's fine. He's Turks. He's a magnificent magician, and he does magic.
Somebody mute that gnome.
Look, I can do things too. I'm also a magician, and when we.
Where did Yaru get off to? Wasn't he going to find out where this gypsy is?
The halfling says, yeah, you're being rude, lady. This is a small island. Everyone's got to share and share alike. Hey, we'll buy another round for our new friends.
I've had enough of this piss beer today. Thank you very much.
I'll have yours. It's fine. I'll just take a little more.
Zanner, I'm going to slap Zanner on his hand. No more for you.
You don't know me.
Problem is we
Which
do.
was the case.
I could spend another day watching this.
The wizard looks at you, Piercy, and says, you seem to be a wizened sailor. Perhaps I could pull you away from your less sociable friend and ponder your thoughts on this map of mine.
You have a map.
I do. Why don't you come over here? The glares from your lady are quite disheartening.
Okay. I'll go. I'll go over there.
He takes you 4 feet over to the other table inside this place and unfurls a map of the 1,000 Isles and says, we were told to find a particular island in kind of this vicinity, and he points in this southeastern section of the 1,000 Islands. We're looking for something that's not quite on my map. It's a map of it's an island in the shape of a moon, like a crescent. We hear there might be something of value there, and we aim to get it. Have you seen such an isle?
Who are we?
My adventuring friend Facet and I.
Oh, you're together.
Yes.
I see. And there's a treasure on this Crescent Island.
Yes, and we were wondering if you happen to know it. You sail these waters, I guess, by your hat and feather.
Yes, I'm a Sprasser Buckland. But I'm a little bit new to here. But I have been in the 1,000 Isles, yes.
So could you perhaps point on this map where we should sail to find our retirement?
Does Piercy even know where he is on the map?
No.
Okay.
Well, this is just my yes. I don't know for sure, but I think if you're over here,
He points to a spot.
and then you take a right, you go over here, and then you go around 2 times, and you go over to this one here. See how it's kind of in the shape of a moon, a crescent.
All of this is unfolding on a kid's placemat.
And he's just drawing balls on it.
Well, I'm quite amazed. I mean, where you've pointed to is practically right here. I mean, we must have just gone right past it. Facet, we should search around and sail around a day in a circle around Inbred Isle. It must be very, very close by my new friend's reckoning.
Yes, I think you should do that. And if when you find it, you let me know, and I will I will help you.
Of course. Here, thank you for your assistance. And he pulls out a full, heavy-weighted, single piece of gold and slides it across the table to you.
Piercy takes it.
All right. And where does it go in his mouth?
This one goes in his pouch.
All right. You guys are being regaled by Norbrin, the Iveron trader / warrior, as he tells you about his homeland. We fight to prove our worth and mettle, and if you can't fight, you're no use to anyone. Everyone in Iveron's got to be able to wield a sword or an axe or a shield.
You gotta be worth something, because if you're not worth anything, then you can't be an Iveron. Everyone knows that. I know that if I were gonna be an Iveron, I would have some really big skills too. I'd carry a hammer. I'd have a whole hammer, and I could be smacking things. And
what are you gonna do with a hammer?
You don't know.
Zanner.
I could smack things. I'm Zanner the Great. I can do all sorts of things.
Norbert, when were you last home?
I'd say about I did 5 days there, so 9-10 days.
And there was no problems then, 9-10 days ago?
Well, there's always problems. There's
but the problem we spoke of. Warriors of your clan abandoning posts, going AWOL?
That's not possible, and I don't particularly care to hear that. We don't abandon our posts.
Well, we're just trying to clear up some rumors, that's all.
Question from Piercy.
Yes, Piercy.
And
did you? Never mind. After what's his name? Turks. That I'm assuming he walks away from the table.
Yes.
Okay. After Turks walks away from the table, Piercy pulls out the map that he has, the shadow map, from his mouth.
Okay.
And does he, based on the conversation he just had with Turks and the relative position where Turks kind of said, "Oh, that's where we are," can Piercy kind of get an idea of where that dot in the Thousand Isles is relative to that?
To make that happen, you stop him from going and break out your map. That's interesting. And unroll your map over his, kind of line things up.
It's a little moist.
And it's not quite to scale or anything like that. And he's like, that looks like magic. Is that a magic map? Does it follow where you go and draw the map? I will buy that from you right now.
It's not for sale. It's not magic. No.
10 gold, not for sale?
No. Anyway, yes, there.
You look, Piercy, and you point a finger on a random small little island that seems to be exactly where the shadow map line pointed to. I believe it was a line that went from Mirskan out to the Thousand Isles. Mm-hmm. So you see exactly where it goes. You point right there. Everything is exactly where you need it to be, and you understand where it is. He takes his map, bids you farewell, and you just still don't know where you are.
Oh. Okay. But I have an idea of something.
Yes.
Okay.
Good effort.
Oberon, I'm very interested in the trinkets you had mentioned earlier. I have never personally been to Iveron. It has been on one of my intents to travel. I would be very curious to hear of your items that you are trading.
Oh, I was looking for some magic fabrics that a lot of the ladies are very much after and worth quite a bit of coin, as well as a few magic rugs that are popular around the homesteads there, and will bring in again much money and keep me going for quite a while. And we had a deal, and the fool decided to fall back on that, and Culberry pulled his knife, and then you appeared.
What does a magic rug do?
Well, it looks great, and I think it keeps things calm, clean, or fresh in the entryway is what's so exciting about it. That's what I say, at least, and they buy them up.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
Well,
I
thanks.
can show you the world. A whole new world.
A whole new world! New fantastic point of view! I'll take you anywhere! We're trying to spend.
Brenrose is trying to hold him up and keep him from.
Let me show this
And-
whole new world!
Well, this night might have run a little long, here. And perhaps we should
Yeah.
bring all of this to a close. But it was a pleasure.
I think we should probably figure out why we're here and get after that.
And we need to find Master Yaru.
Who is like right outside of the tavern,
You're just standing.
just sitting on the rocking chair, just like.
No, I'm sure he's quite a ways away, and we need to find Master Yaru.
Here's a map I made of the town. We'll split into 5 teams.
Is there a tavern or we just sleep
You're in it.
It's like
You're
where
in
we
it.
are.
In the tavern.
Yeah. Yarrow will walk into the tavern.
All right.
I'm in a place to sleep, like an inn.
No.
Waving you away, going, and we have to search for Mr. Yaru.
My friend.
And he's here.
Fantastic. Relax.
Oh, one last worry.
I guess we're here all night. Ah!
Master Yaru, please. Have a seat and a drink. Do you drink?
I do not partake.
It's required for all nights.
A
And tonight is a good one.
only the most minimal of nutrients for me. The water will suffice for now.
He laps at a saucer of milk.
We need only go not 30 minutes from here, and we will find our gypsy.
Let's be on our way.
What knowledge have you all gained?
Bunch of shit.
I can hold beer in my shield.
Praise Soline.
Praise so- I drink in her name.
Shield's doing dancing lights.
Zanner's on the other end of the shield, just bouncing on it.
Reaction time.
Should we make this journey now, or it seems some of you are incapacitated?
It's just Zanner.
Damn it! I can fly out of here. Watch this.
No, and I'll
Just into a wall.
No.
I'll grab him. I'm gonna grab him real quick.
Just thrusting away constantly as you're holding on to his foot.
Fire!
Yeah, keeping away from the fire. It's like, no.
The dwarf kicks you out. Get out of here with that fire! Piercy, before you are ushered out by the barkeep, you are pulled aside by the halfling Facet, who says, hey, friend, my buddy Turks says you're quite the sailor. We've got our own small craft, but we could certainly use some help. You seem to know your way really well around these waters. How about we hire you for a particular caper we have in mind? It's a little hush-hush.
Well, right. So now I have some work to do, but you give me to tomorrow, and maybe myself and my friends we could help you.
No. I'm thinking you, and how does 15% of a big treasure score sound? And all you got to do is get us to the island.
Well, I have to think on it. Like I say, I have something to do right now, but maybe tomorrow we can talk. Yeah.
All right, tomorrow morning we're heading out before noon. You can find us at the small sailboat at the third pier.
Is there room for 1, 2, 3, 4? Is there room for 6 of us?
No. I'm not sure if you're understanding me. I'm looking to bring you and your knowledge of the waterways. I think that would be amazing. But no one else.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. You guys leave and head back aboard the Taint, whose crew is now just being disgorged, and the 6-7 of them are making their way to tear down the Two Sails Tavern, as they haven't got to do any fun escapades in quite a while. What would you guys like to do? Anything interesting tonight?
Is it? Yeah, I thought we were gonna head to.
Yeah, if we don't need to rest.
Gonna head to find the gypsy.
Gypsy of blood.
All
I
right.
just want to find a bloody gypsy at night.
You guys head off towards the location of the Bloody Gypsy. You hike up through narrow trails up the rocky cliffs and across the island itself. Shrub bushes with little prickers that reach out at your ankles. Zanner, you are at -2 to everything due to your drunken state, but you gain a hero point to compensate for that because you're feeling cocky now.
Yeah. No.
You guys, in the darkness, lit up only by the Aeon Watch of Sildren, make your way across the island and find, after some time, 40 minutes, a series of bushes next to another cliff face where beyond is an opening to a cave. You can smell strange incense-like aromas coming out. There is flickering light coming from just within this cave as you guys are just outside.
Does Piercy, with his long snout scent ability, smell anything of importance or significance?
Or you can make a perception roll.
Okay. 27.
27, you identify magical stuff that you think is magic related. Make an Arcana roll.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
All the right times.
You make you are able to identify this as herbs and incense that illuminate the mind to see great distances.
Hey guys.
You see like past everyone right now. Super zoomed in.
I think I smell something. It's like a special thing. It lets you see the far away stuff.
I can see into the future.
Nope, not you. The Yipsy, the bloody Yipsy. She's seeing right now the far away because of the stuff she's a burning.
Does Sildren know of any herbs that are capable of doing that?
You can make a Arcana or Nature -2.
I'll do nature -2. 22.
You are not familiar.
Okay.
Do you mean to say she can see us? Even now?
I don't know which way she looking, but I think she see further away than just this island. It's my yes.
He is likely scrying something at the moment, whether that be us or others.
So, Yaru, you said that there's some bushes covering a cave? So are these the bushes?
You can see the cave opening.
Oh, okay.
Light
then
coming through it.
Palik's going to stealth her way in.
All right. Palik hunkers down and quietly sneaks in. Palik, you make your way through, the group waiting for you to come back or make some sort of screaming noise. I don't know what the signal is as you sneak up towards the cave entrance. Go ahead and I will go ahead and make a stealth roll for you.
I feel like this is not the best plan.
Let's go with Palik. Skills.
Say that about every plan, children.
Stealth. Wow, you got a freaking plus 19. Palik, you sneak up very quietly, the flickering light just barely catching your silhouette as you get up towards the cave entrance and step just inside. You peek in and can see a very cozy yet weird-looking home that has been built out of this cave. There's a table, there's chairs, there's a small couch/bed. There's lots of hanging tapestries of weird, garish, ritual-looking things. People that are tearing open a goat on a tapestry. People that are naked in some weird orgy on another. And you also see within there is a woman who is very pale white skin with not pale white skin, a very pale, almost pinkish red skin. Sorry about that. And she has missing one eye, and there's just a big cut and damage. The eye's kind of there, but it's just all nasty looking. The other eye is looking straight at you at the entrance as you look at her.
How far away?
25 feet.
How confident is Palik that she sees her?
82%.
That may be right. The eye could be glass, but it's looking right at me.
Hello, friend. How are you?
Going to stay out there or come inside?
Are we welcome to come inside?
You and your friends are most welcome. Come in, come in.
And I'll motion to the rest of the group. She's invited us in.
Woo!
Fantastic. Let's go enjoy some blood gypsy hospitality.
Yeah, you never know.
The group comes in. Anyone wrangling Zanner?
Brenrose seems to have taken that responsibility on.
What's this do?
Can we have him just tied up and gagged outside?
It's like this, and Xander's just kind of roped onto this thing.
Onto your shield? Okay.
What's that do over there?
All right, that's gonna turn that right side.
Are you gonna eat that?
You come inside. She seems to be startled at all of you coming in, and she stands up, but then you see her walk over and take a burgundy silk and throw it over her lamp that's burning oil to cast a darker glow across her little home. You can sit down, grab some chairs and pull up a seat. I think you have questions for me. Several questions you seek, they always seek.
We do have a few questions. Well, I am Palik. What's your name?
I am known only as the Gypsy. I come from a country known as Thave, and have made this my home for reasons of no importance to you, as I believe you seek something dangerous.
Yes, indeed. Something dangerous.
That is true.
She's so wise.
Zanner, shush. We're told that you could help us find a ship called the Night Skull.
You seek a vessel?
We do.
What is special about this vessel?
We believe they have someone captive on board that is a friend of ours.
I might be able to help you, but it comes with a price. A terrible price, my little friend. She reaches out and slams down a small purse. 60 gold is what it will cost you.
Okay.
I believe that's the exact amount you owe someone.
That's what that someone thinks. But I don't have this. I don't have the
I'm
full amount.
short a little for some reason right now.
I have, and I kind of confer back with the group. I have 20. Can anybody
How can you
else?
possibly only have 20, dear friend?
I have a little bit more, but I don't want to give everything away. That's a third of the cost. Sildren, you know I'm good for whatever you think I owe you.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't.
Fellowship
I don't
breaks.
know.
Did you see how fast I opened up that chest earlier?
Everybody shush, I can do this.
Can I interest you in a painting there, Miss Gypsy?
Gypsy of Fave, my name is Zanner, and I
Zanner,
am a no. Shush.
where's your gold pouch?
I've got things to say.
I don't think anybody wants to hear what you have to say.
She knows I've got things to say. She knows it's important. And it's really, really needed to do this. So...
Zanner,
No! I think that...
what if I put my hand in your mouth?
Why every time I'm trying to talk, you're such a woman? Sit down! I'm not even thinking about you anymore.
I'm
On
not
behalf
gonna...
of the Inglorious Bards, we apologize to
Yeah.
Zanner.
We're gonna
The
talk
opinions
about
of
that
Zanner
later.
do not
You
reflect the
can't
opinions.
speak
They do
for
not
me. I speak for myself. I'm the Zanner.
Standard's getting heavier because he grew a pair.
Gypsy, I will tell you the 60's too high because the information you know is important for us to need because you see lots of things. You know that we need this to make the world a better place for you and for others. So, I think that you know that we have a better price to pay you for this. What is the best value for you to make the world a better place by telling us about where we can find the Night Skull?
She shakes the purse again. I
This is
have
what-
seen me speaking with you, and I have seen you giving me 60 gold for that to happen. Jingle, jingle.
Do you ever see things in a mirror?
I do not see any discount for the likes of you.
No, not discount. When you view things, if you see them straight on,
Pay the coins! or
Master
be
Yaru, pay the
gone.
coin! She's not listening to me!
Yaru teleports behind her.
All right. The room grows dark. It's almost pitch black, but not quite. Her lamp has dramatically dropped in intensity.
Do not dishonor anyone here. We can be friend or your worst foe.
I don't think this is a good idea, Yaru.
Make a willpower saving throw, Yaru.
I will.
Brian Roots, will you get 10 gold out of my pouch, please? I can't move my hands.
22.
22, Yaru. She whispers behind you, "Do not disrespect me in my home," as she teleports away from you as she had brought the both of you outside, leaving you back outside.
Sweet.
10 gold from Zanner. Brenros will produce a like amount to what was offered before. It was 20 gold?
Yeah, we got 30 total between Palik and Zanner right now.
I'll make up the difference there.
Oh, okay.
That'll be 30 gold from me.
The price has gone up to 70 due to the insults. Yes? I have foreseen it. Jingle, jingle.
40 gold from
Children will
Brenros then.
toss out another 10
Oh, no?
then.
Okay, there we go. We apologize for the insult. Tell us what you know.
Gather round, and we'll need that boorish yet insightful cat back. He is wise and insightful. We will need his spirit here as well. Bring him in!
Yaru! Yaru! He's coming. I've got him.
Palik will go outside and get him.
All right.
Oh, sure. Yeah, on your terms, I can. Okay, whatever.
She grabs you roughly by your paw, Yaru, and pulls you harshly down into the chair next to her.
I was going to be
And
by a scruff.
and says, listen close and all of you gather hands and tell me all that you know of this ship that you seek. She pockets the purse, the light flickers a bit, and she grabs Sir Brenros by the other hand.
It's Captain. It's a the ship is full of undead ones, skeletons. We've been described.
It is crewed by the undead, and its captain is fabled to be Captain Jagged, something Jagged Tooth.
Captain Jagged.
Captain Jagged himself. It is a vessel known to nearly all in this area.
She says,
We
gather
seek it.
your hands, form a circle. Hands now.
We
Do so.
do that, yeah.
Brenros
All right.
does.
Can someone untie my hands?
We just put Zanner in the middle. We all just
Rotate
Put
him
the
around
gag
gently.
back up over his mouth. And
She says, the price I said was not just coins, but it was a terrible price, and there must be a price paid in blood. I need someone's arm here. One of you may let go of hands, I've done that prematurely, and lay your arm upon the table. And she
Sildren
stabs a
does so.
dagger into Sildren's arm and slices it open. You drip out blood, 20 hit points worth of blood in a huge gash. And she starts smearing that blood around the table. And then she holds onto Sir Brenros's hand with her blood-covered hand, which gives you the heebie-jeebies. And she starts to sway back and forth. Spirits of the Isles, we ask of you to find this ship Night Skull and this Captain Jagged. We beseech you, spirits. Don't we beseech them, cat? Beseech the spirits, cat. Beseech.
Yaru's bindi will start glowing and fading gold light, just pulsing gold light. Should it work?
All right.
She rolls high enough.
She squeezes onto the other hand next to her, Sir Brenros. Beseech the spirits, old one. Beseech them now. We must have your knowledge.
I beseech with the knowledge that there is one.
They cannot hear you.
Because-
Call out to the spirits, old
I
one.
beseech you!
Ooh, very cool.
I beseech you too. I beseech.
They speak to me. I cannot read my notes with my eyes closed.
We're going by age, Zanner.
This is turning damn near evangelical. I beseech you!
This reminds me of Pentecostal tent meetings from my childhood.
Let the spirit come down upon you. I want to find Jagged. Are you out there, Jagged? Come to me, baby.
Empty your heart to the Lord and your wallet.
Single in the 60 coin.
Pass that around. Pass that around. We got a church meeting later. We got to feed all these fine people.
I'm coming back as a priest, by the way. That's exactly.
Carahel has a whole new special wing.
Yeah.
Forced donation wing.
I can see. She closes her eyes. I do not. I can see a man. He is called Captain Rocage. He is a sailor of skill. But he is suffering. His wife has been captured, and there is a price to be paid for her return. I see him unable to get the money. He asks, he begs, but no one can give. Rocage turns to piracy. This great sailor becomes a thief. These thefts and robberies become assaults on merchants. Desperation turns this skilled sailor into a killer, a pirate, all to earn his wife back. Do you see the squeezing of Brenrosa's arm?
I do. I see the spirits.
When he finally pays the ransom, I see him betrayed. Betrayed by the kidnappers. His wife is killed in front of his very eyes before Rocage himself has his jaw sliced off and throat cut. There is suffering. As he is dying, rage fuels his spirit. He rises back from the dead and hunts down his murderers and slays them violently. He has changed form, his shape itself changed as he takes to the seas as your Captain Jagged. Can you see this, Yosoki?
Well, yes, yeah, sure, yeah. I see
No,
it.
you cannot, you lie.
Oh,
He is wrapped in hatred and darkness. He cannot be slain by man. His vessel outruns all others and cannot be sunk. Have you heard this to be true, Druid?
I have heard that to be true, but yet we need a way to defeat him and to catch him.
how come I couldn't have that question?
The first truth that has been spoken. He appears only so often, but this time is different. Something fuels his fire and has kept him here longer than ever before. But I do have your answer, Druid. He has a secret treasure in his lair. If you destroy this treasure, you open a window to make him much more dangerous, but much more vulnerable. And then you can slay him. But if he descends beneath the waves to his slumber for a decade or more, your chance will be gone.
And where is this lair?
Yes, there.
There is a perpetual storm over a place, and she thinks, I can see it. It is a place. I see them, I hear them speak the words Hazen Depths. There's a storm over these Hazen Depths, and it is there that this treasure is kept safe. The fate of an old ship hangs in the balance. Sink that ship once again to find Captain Jagged's treasure. And remember, of all things, the key is sailing into the eye of the storm. And also remember that there's an additional path, not the path you seek, but a dangerous path. A path that leads to a fire that fuels. I see this path. I see an island shrouded by death, shrouded by stars. And this source of death that empowers him, and you will make him even weaker if his treasure is destroyed.
Is that a crescent island?
It is not a crescent. I do see one final thing. A message. A message that 60 gold is the base fee, but gratuity is always accepted. And the lights rise within the room.
Show's over. The house lights come up.
We are not responsible for your interpretations. Please invest wisely.
You have aided us, Gypsy, and earned your coin. And he'll toss her another 10.
Ooh. Hi, thank you, Druid.
But remember, the base fee was 60 plus an addition.
That would be 20% and 12 gold. I have a bartender and a bar back to pay as well.
I do 2-minute sessions for 50 gold, but
Is there anything else you seek for 60 gold?
Sildren looks at everybody.
I mean, another 60, or it comes with the 60.
She jingles her purse.
Oh no, it's okay.
it's magically empty.
Then I bid you a good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah, Yaru like breaks her death grip off of his neck and like stands up.
You were just held frozen like a kitten by its mother. Yeah, that's awesome.
Trying really hard to pulse his forehead, just like, yeah, I agree. I can see it.
Great.
As we leave, Sildren leaves a small portion of Bright Lotus behind where he was sitting as well for her.
All right. She hands you 2 incense sticks as a trade for that.
Okay.
That Piercy points to and points at his nose and nods.
Yeah.
That's the stuff, I think.
That's now legal out here.
It's been decriminalized.
We just had a yacht, and we passed the yacht.
You got two sticks for personal use.
This is now therapeutic incense. And we head back towards the town, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
For a night's rest, I think.
You're back
well,
at
on the
town.
ship.
Yeah, back to
On
the
the
ship.
ship.
And you find Caradmon is the only one left behind, and he's scrubbing the deck to earn his keep while the crew and the Captain Mad Eyes are laughing it up in the tavern. You guys rest for the night, realizing you left Zanner way behind on that shield back up in the cave.
Hello.
I'm
never
sure
forget
Brenros
the
would 100% leave his shield behind.
Oh my goodness!
Spin the demon gnome, and your fortune will come true. 5 gold to spin the gnome. You guys rest for the night. It is the next day, and you've got some hungover sailors, but the captain yells at him to get ready whenever you are.
We all freeze. What happened?
Yeah,
What happened?
that was not a sound issue on this podcast.
Palik wants to talk to the captain again and get out his maps like we did a few days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to talk to Captain.
I don't like to wake this early in the morning, but
It's noon.
what? Fine. I what be looking for?
Well, can we look at the map you showed me the other day? We found a new island we have to find.
Map. The map. Right. The very important, only the captain can understand it map that does not, in fact, have a rainbow on the other side of it because it's very important to me. And I need to make sure it's fully intact. I have it right over there.
Captain
okay.
Mad Eye, does the Hazen Depths mean anything to you?
You
see-
want your tongue at the high noon. You don't say those words.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, there's a worried look on his face, and he points to a spot that is west of the Thousand Isles. Maybe you could make it there by 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is not far.
It's past Port Rising, though.
Oh, it's past there.
Does it match up with that line and the dots on Pierce's map at all?
No.
He be speaking of troubled waters and incessant storms. There be few places you're never supposed to venture, and that be one.
And unfortunately for you, Captain, that is where we shall soon sail.
And the news from there gets worse. I don't know if I want to hear it or not.
What do you mean by that?
First to Port Rising, though. We will discuss that on the way.
If we're be heading into the Hazen Depths, we'd certainly want to get our affairs in order.
Aye.
The Port Rising, then! Everyone awake!
And the crew leaps up and gets the ship ready to go. And the Tate takes off, Piercy leaving a confused small sailing boat behind, always wondering if he would ever going to show up. And the Tate sets sail for the capital, a larger coastal town on an island in the middle of the Thousand Isles. And we will stop there for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a blast. And we will see you next time on the Inglorious Bards.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.